Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Tides of Wildemount. We have quite the session set up for you today. Very, very excited. We're going to go through some announcements real quick first before we dig into the session. First, of course, we want to thank Dungeons & Dragons for creating this incredible game that we play on a weekly basis. We want to thank Sirenscape. They are one of our main title sponsors. You can check them out at sirenscape.com/RealmSmith. They are a sound set and ambient music creator. And you can go to the website, put in RealmSmith in the search bar, and you can find all of the sets that we've created for Sirenscape specifically. What you're hearing in the background right now on the ocean is Sirenscape, and we thank them for all of their support on an ongoing basis. I want to thank Hero Forge, our other main title sponsor. All of the minis are Hero Forge minis, including Cyra, which I've posted photos of, but she is here in all her glory finally. Painted up, and you will see her when we dig into the episode a little later. So thankfully, we have a full contingent of Hero Forge minis on our table. You can check them out at heroforge.com. Want to thank all of our product sponsors. We've got lots of them. WizKids for a lot of the minis that we use at the table. You can see the back of their ship that we are bringing back to the table for the Wavechaser this session. Want to thank Dwarven Forge for a lot of the terrain that we use. We actually have another Dwarven load of Dwarven Forge, Dwarvenite, coming in the next little while. So we're excited to dig into that. Want to thank Mithril Armory for our Natural 20 sponsorship. They are sponsoring every time somebody rolls a Natural 20 with their Stoneheart dice. You can check that out at stoneheart.ca. That is launching, I was told, in February. But right now they have their Tileformers Kickstarter. You can check that out at tileformers.com. It is a awesome Kickstarter for tabletop terrain, magnetic tiles that kind of go together and create terrain. It's really awesome. They're doing incredibly well, so check that out. I want to thank Beetle and Grimm for sponsoring us. We are making a shift. I talked about doing that to YouTube and to Patreon rather than Twitch Live. That'll happen in between seasons, just for lots of reasons I've talked about. If you want to know more about that, we can chat about it tomorrow night on Behind the Screen. But we are going to give away some Beetle and Grimm boxes on Patreon instead, actually, as well as what we're doing here on Twitch. So you can check that out and ask more questions about that tomorrow night on Behind the Screen with myself. I want to also thank D&D Beyond, our other product sponsor. Tonight we're giving away a Tasha's Cauldron of Everything for your D&D Beyond experience. The code to type into the chat is Tasha, one word, Tasha. More than once, you will be disqualified. I am wearing our merch tonight. You can check that out. Below the video on Twitch, you can go to our merch store, and this was from last season of Tides of Wildemount. We have lots of stuff from Into the Mist as well. Our official charity for this season is the Critical Role Foundation. You can check them out at critroll.com/foundation. They've made this incredible world that we play in every week, and so the least we could do is support their awesome charity and all of the things that that charity supports and does for the community and the world. Shout out to our Discord. We have this incredible Discord community that has role-playing experiences every single week. You can actually join for free, and you can check out all the general chat channels and all that stuff. But in order to play and role-play as the Revelry for this season, you need to subscribe at Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3. And if you do so, you'll be able to jump on quests and do fun things on session. And the narrative storyline of that and our live stream crisscross and do crazy, wonderful things, which you might see in play in the next 4 episodes. That said, also get your bits fingers ready, because we will have some bits opportunities and surprises in the next few episodes. So stay tuned for that. I want to thank our Smith Guardians. They're our moderators, our quest givers, and they are in the chat today moderating, and they will answer your questions and post links to everything. Tomorrow night, Behind the Screen, as I mentioned earlier, where I answer questions and go through some of my process of being a DM during these sessions, and also do some unboxing and some fun things, so you can check that out at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Thursday, Players Table with Joel Auge, where he goes over different clips from previous episodes and talks about a player's view of what we do. If you like what you see tonight, consider following and sharing. It helps us to do what we do by spreading the word and continuing to support us in all the ways that you can. Subscribing, obviously, on Twitch is one way to do it, but also subscribing and hitting that little bell icon on YouTube. Also, we have lots of great content there. And if you're watching this on VOD, just make sure that you take a moment to do that. All right, that was a lot. Wanted to get through it as quick as possible. We got lots planned for this episode. Without further ado, episode 9 of Tides of Wildemount. Hello, cast. How are you all doing today? Hope you are well and surviving everything that's going on in the world. But I'll tell you, Mondays are one of those days that kind of help me to get through and survive all the craziness and all of that. So I hope that you are all doing well. Last we left you, you managed to finagle your way through the Portcaller's mansion and through a crazy course of events. You were able to take him hostage somehow and convince him to release 3 earrings, the captain of the Wavechaser and sister to Snow, who was being held captive at the fort in Broken Bank. After some time, she managed to make her way to the coast to meet you, and at that time, you then found the Wavechaser, which was moored or anchored off the coast of Broken Bank to the north. You started to make your way down the cliffside with 3 earrings, who was battered and beaten and not doing well at all, and we ended on a literal cliffhanger. At this point, you all make your way down the cliff face without problem. 3 earrings being able to get down a lot easier with the spider climb ability that Cyra casted on her. You all get down to the skiff, you get in, and you start to make your way across to the Wavechaser. The sun begins to set as you cross. It takes the equivalent of about 10 minutes or so to reach the side of the ship. As you make your way up, Snow, you begin to help your sister up the side. And as you kind of crest the edge of the Wavechaser and climb to the top of the ladder, you see some familiar faces. Faces you did not expect to be on the Wavechaser when you arrived. It is the crew of the Wavechaser. Those that Borth had said didn't quite make it, that had spread to the wind. They have come back. Heidi, and all of the rest of them are there standing and ready to greet their captain as Three Earrings, with your help, is able to come over the side. What do you do?
So the whole crew is there?
Yeah, so it's Heidi, which is the first mate, Kajori, the quartermaster, and of course Borth is there as well. So it's the three of them, and then 4 crew members. And those were the kind of the crew that made their way around and helped with the ship as we were part of it.
Is Dilliu still there, or did he
Dilliu is
leave?
not.
Okay, because he's a traitor, right? Okay. All right. So yeah. So I help her on, and I'm guessing I recognize the voices, and so I had heard that all of you had left. What are you doing here?
You hear Heidi speak up. She says, "I would not allow the Wavechaser to go without me. This is my ship. This is my charge. Three Earrings is our captain." And at this point, Three Earrings collapses on the deck of the ship in exhaustion and in pain as she looks up, and she kind of looks at each of them and she nods and she smiles, but just completely still exhausted. And even with the healing that was given her on the way here, obviously dehydrated, and it goes a lot deeper than the trauma that she has experienced physically.
She has been through much. And which of you might be able to help her to recover the quickest? She will need some dedicated support.
We will take her from here. Heidi says as she crosses the edge of the ship here and kind of helps her up.
Are we ready to set sail?
And yes, Borth says, "Oh, of course. We've been ready for some time now."
Good. We'll need to do so once everyone is aboard.
And at this point, Borth kind of makes the signal and everybody begins to scatter across. Right now, Gaziel, you are still in the boat. Plunk, you went as well. Is that right? Yeah. And so you guys are, if we can get the overcam there. Gaziel, you're still in the boat. You and Plunk make your way up. And you join the rest of your crew on the ship. As the crew begins to scatter, sails begin to unfurl, and literally within moments, the Wavechaser is setting sail as the sun begins to set over Broken Bank. All right.
I will just quickly, as this is all happening, when I see Gaziel and Plunk come back up, I'll whisper to them, is this crew, are these all friends of yours?
We do know them, yes. We didn't expect them to be here, but they are. It's very nice.
Well, I'm lucky that they're here, and I'm hoping that we can have safe passage. Snow Sister looks like she's been through a lot.
Yes, and we've been through a lot too. I think we're underestimating the fact that we have had quite a journey to get here, and now we're hopefully safe on this ship. Cyra, I've actually been meaning to ask you, since we have a little bit of time now. Why are you with us?
Well, I happened to find Plunk where I was last, and I needed, I guess, companions to travel with, and it's not safe to travel alone, as you might imagine. But the truth is, I kind of ran from my home situation.
From your home situation, what does that mean? Are you wanted like we are?
No, nothing like that. It was my choice. In fact, well, it's hard to say. Have you ever felt that someone's expectations of you and things that they wanted for you in life were not what you wanted?
I mean, I just follow what's good, and my God tells me what's good when I do have a chance to hear his voice. But I mean, I surely never expected to be here with a crew of people that I didn't know that have become my family. But I can't say my expectations have been met, but they've far been superseded. I have a family now.
But it's been your choice, right?
I would say mostly, and some part destiny, I guess.
Right. Some of the things that were expected of me, I don't know, I wanted a choice. I wanted to be able to make decisions for myself for once and get to live outside of the walls that I were raised in and see the world and form opinions of my own without having them kind of forced on me. And so I left, but I don't know if what I did was brave or if it was cowardly. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I've definitely made decisions that have been quite either cowardly or brave, depending on who decides, but I feel like only you can decide that.
While I don't have a God that speaks to me so directly as you, I feel in my heart that I made the right decision. I just kind of can't shake this feeling that maybe I didn't go about it in the right way. I don't know.
Well, I think this is something that only time will tell. But if you ever need to talk, I'm here as a friend. I am.
Thank you.
I can't say that I can empathize with you, but I definitely am here to hear you out whenever you want to talk about something.
No, that means a lot to me, and especially now that we actually have a moment to speak, it feels like we've just been running this entire time.
Thank you for being loyal and sticking by our side even when it seemed like we were the most wanted. And yeah.
I do have questions about that, actually.
Well, what questions do you have that I can answer? I have just been going along with the flow with our family here, but
for one, why are you wanted?
Well, we did some things and we took some things and we just ran across the wrong people, wrong crowds. I know that I've always been searching to do the good, but for some reason, it seems like through battles and killing, we've gotten ourselves into quite a pickle. So, yeah,
that makes sense.
We're trying to do the best we can, Cyra. So I would hope that you wouldn't see us as criminals or evil, because that is surely not my intention. Never to be evil.
I've seen you all make some very loyal and kind decisions, and I know you have the best intentions, but I also know that circumstances in life can get complicated, and sometimes, although we try to do the best, sometimes the worst of us can come out in that. So, but yeah. I don't think any less of you for that poster.
Well, good, because if you did, then we'd be in quite a bit of trouble, wouldn't we?
Well, I'd be in a lot of reward money, but
Good point. Touche. Yeah. Well, I assure you, if you keep following us, we will provide you a safe place, and you won't even think about the money that you would have gotten if you turned us in anyway. So just
honestly,
forget about that.
If money was important to me, I would have stayed home, but appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, let's go eat something. Why don't we? I'm hungry. Yeah.
All right. At this point, Snow, you feel the familiar feeling of the decking under your feet. It's been some time. The creaking of the floorboards, the smell of the ocean, even the familiar smell of the Wavechaser itself. It brings a smile to your face. You weren't sure if you'd ever experience this again. And then remember in a moment that it's around dinner time, and cooking is your job. What do you do with your time?
Well, on that note, I'll head to the kitchen and see who is cooking. Is there anybody already in the kitchen?
No. No. So as you enter the kitchen, you notice that it's you sense a bit of chaos. You sense that it's a bit of a mess. And nothing is quite where you left it originally. But you can tell that just in general, they haven't necessarily had somebody come and take over cooking. It's kind of been every man for himself in here. And you walk into this chaos of a kitchen that you didn't expect to walk into. As, you know, all of the things that you created to kind of keep order have been undone in the time that you've been gone.
Okay, so I'm feeling around, and I can tell just from feeling the little bows of twine that I've put on different spices to tell which ones are which, that everything's completely out of order, and there's a bunch of them are missing, and this is going to take me hours to fix. So they had no plans. No, everyone just feed themselves. It's chaos, I tell you, chaos. And so I'm just, you know, shouting to myself in frustration of what have they done to my kitchen? And so I'm trying to put some order back to it. Okay. And keep myself calm, because I know that I have to cook a meal for an entire crew in like the next hour. Yeah. Is there anything like of substance that I can find that I know I'll be able to cook? Like, is there any like meat preserves or anything that I could do something with?
Yeah, so you end up finding some preserves for sure. They've definitely kept it stocked, but not with the kind of special items that you typically would get for the crew. It's pretty basic stuff. You find a couple roasts, and some potatoes, some onions, some mushrooms, and that's pretty much the extent of it.
They didn't even leave any cheese. I can't make tapas with this.
So I'll just try to put together something like just something that people could eat with their hands for the most part, like nothing like special. But man, I'm very frustrated with everybody, especially since the tarragon. Somebody took one of the bows off of it, and I thought it was cinnamon, and so I spiced incorrectly. Yeah. And I didn't know until I actually sprinkled it, and then I could smell the cinnamon. And yes, so my rage is mounting at what they've done to my kitchen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Fair enough. All right.
I would stay with Snow, and I'll accompany him down to the kitchen. I don't remember much, but I do remember that the salt has 3 twines and the pepper has 2. I did lock that away, so I could try to help and find the things he needs, and try to sort stuff back into the bottles and generally help him out there.
Yeah, and you can see that Yanil is following close behind you, and she's kind of taking it all in. And the fact that obviously boat technology has come a lot further in 400 years than when she last set sail in a ship, and she's just kind of like really absorbing everything and poking around and looking at things quite closely.
Speaking of which, I can take the pouch of money back now since you won't need to ransom me.
Oh yes, of course, here. And she passes it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Are we
yeah, and I'll
safe
just
now?
help him out with whatever he needs.
Are we on our way now?
Sorry?
To the mountains?
Yes, we're on our way somewhere. I didn't really ask. Snow, do you know which direction we're headed in?
That's a very good question, and I didn't think to ask. I'm sorry.
Well, you guys know that
feel of the ship.
Yeah, well, you know, and you've spoken to Borth about going to Nicodranus, so they're planning to take you to Nicodranus.
It's good to be sure, though.
Yeah,
right.
And in your conversations on the way over in the skiff, you were told that it would take about 4 to 5 days, depending on weather.
Yes. So I'll relay that
Okay.
we're heading to Nicodranus, which is slightly safer than Port de Molly, right? I think that's what I wrote in my note.
You actually, yeah, I don't know if you'd know that.
Oh, you did tell us that at some point.
I told you that Nicodranus was safer in what manner?
I think, all I know is that I wrote it down.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I think it's close. It's definitely closer to the Wayun Gate and the gorge. Nicodranus is right at the mouth of the gorge, and the gorge extends further into the mainland and ends at the Wayun Gate before it becomes the Empire. And Snow, you know, and you're very familiar with Nicodranus. You've been there a number of times in port. You also know that the Zalezo presence in Nicodranus is going to be even greater than Broken Bank. That it is a major port city. And so if there's anybody who's looking for the party, Nicodranus is absolutely one of the places they would put a contingent or spread the word. You also know there's a pretty heavy Crown's Guard contingent there as well from the Empire. And Nicodranus is one of those weird cities that have kind of come together, and there's a mix of Empire folk and Menagerie Coast folk. And they have this like loose sort of understanding of law, but it gets really blurred sometimes. But it's the one city on the Menagerie Coast that kind of consists of that because it's so close to the gates. All right. Okay, Bolt. At this time, you've boarded the Wavechaser once again. Familiar ground. You get nods from some of the crew who recognize you. How would you like to spend your time in the next little bit?
I'm going to go find Plunkrawk.
Okay. At this point, Plunk, you guys are on the deck still, I'll say. You have just come in. Bacalhau and Snow and Yanil have gone down below deck. Gaziel and Cyra having their conversation. And you kind of meet Plunk coming up out of the skiff onto the main hull. Actually, it's already started to set sail. So we're going to say they've pulled up the boat. And you guys find each other on the deck.
Okay, I'll go up to him and I'll say, Plunkrawk, I had a question for you. I did notice recently that you and Cyra seem to be communicating telepathically a lot, and something was sort of incongruent in my mind. That are you really that much of a chatterbox?
I'll walk over to Cyra if she's within eyeshot.
Yep, she's just off the back of the, just behind you a little bit. She just finished a conversation with Gaziel.
I'll turn towards her, and I'll kind of I'll wave her over.
Okay.
If she doesn't mind.
Yeah, what is it?
And I'll do the mind link symbol.
Okay.
What's going on?
So, I believe that my friend Bolt here is wondering why you and I have ongoing conversations, and I would love to explain it to him, if that's okay.
Sure.
Dear Bolt.
Oh, you want me to repeat it?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Dear Bolt.
Okay. Oh, Dear Bolt.
I understand that you're concerned about how I might be speaking through my mind into Cyra's mind and outwards to everyone else. You should not be concerned. Go ahead.
I say all those words.
If
You should not be concerned.
No, but the thing is, I've never even heard you say that much, and you just spoke through Cyra, saying more words than I've ever heard you say.
Oh, he speaks very coherently.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll look over at Plunk,
thank you, Cyra.
and I'll just say, is this true? What? Have you always been like this?
Who, me or him?
Him.
Oh,
You can tell him that, Dear Bolt, when preparing messages for others, my overtures and my bird noises come out as a, think of it like a pressure valve. It kind of goes off when my emotions are set off, and I dropped my instrument. Sorry, I'll just pick it up. And then what happens is, I find that if my emotions get heightened, then you hear the noises you'd hear through my beak.
as I relay this.
No, I want you to relay it.
Well, no, I'm not even gonna try that. But Plunk, there are, and I say this with mind link, there are times where like you sound like you're mimicking. How does that happen? Because I'm curious now.
I mean, I can't go into it too much because the mechanics are a little complicated. Sheesh, how do I explain this? It's probably easy if I don't.
Magic, got it. Bolt. So in addition to, I guess, making those, squawks during times of emotional stress, he's able to mimic at sometimes little short spurts of somebody's sound and phrases, but he can't quite explain how he's able to do that.
Oh. Yes, well, I've heard him mimic voices like mine and use my voice through his own mouth and other people's as well. But I guess what I'm getting at is when you're listening to him through your mind, whose voice is he choosing to mimic?
Well, I think they're both his. But the one in his mind, I would say, is speaks clearer.
Cyra.
Yes.
I will say this. You may know, right now, you know about this much about Plunkrawk. And soon, you might learn a lot more.
That's fair. He says, get to know him better.
Well, I'll do my best. But this is the extent of our communication. Say something to me, Plunk.
Yes, Bolt. So you look quite threatening. Like, if I were in nature and I were a bird, I would avoid creatures that look like you.
You look pretty scary, buddy, for a bird.
And yes, thanks for that. I'll take that as a compliment, even though it probably wasn't. But Bolt, I will say, I'm intrigued with your scales. How did you come about building your scales? Have you always had them? Were you born with them, or do you molt like snakes that go on the ground?
He's super curious about your scales. Do you grow them? Are they always there? Do you shed? Do you molt?
Well, I just kind of have them. Like, how do you have your feathers? It's just things that are on me, right? But yes, they are with my kind. They do come in different colors and in different shades as well, and so it's I don't know. I always thought it was kind of neat to be shiny. Don't you think?
It's very interesting. And where did you get all of that intelligence of yours? Where you're a tinkerer. You made all of these crazy things, and you've helped us survive in countless ways already. I wish I was like you more, my friend.
He wishes he was. I relay all of that. I'm not even gonna. But I say it verbatim.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, so you're wondering if my scales are an invention that I've done? Well, no, I've been born with these scales, but as far as the origin of my, I guess, skill, I was an apprentice underneath another tinkerer, and then finally, when my home was destroyed, I just took up where we left off, and I just kept teaching myself, and I'm always learning things, and in fact, there's so much to improve upon that sometimes I can't seem to have enough time in the day, and that's why I made this little invention, and I'm gonna touch like a little button on my glove and cast mirror image, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see 3 duplicates surround you.
Wow.
And we're all gonna talk in unison. And you see, but the only thing is I can't seem to get them to do different things. They all seem to do the exact same thing that I'm doing.
You can't harmonize? That would be very impressive.
Oh, well, I may need a lesson from Plunk to accomplish that.
And I'm sorry, not to change, but you did bring up that your home was destroyed?
Yes. Yeah, well, this was a while ago now. I was very young, and well, you see, there were other dragonborn like me, but not quite like me, who rose up against the upper class ranks, of which I was a part, and overthrew the entire region. And
I'll pull on Cyra's hem garment again, and just in my head go, could you tell him to turn off the other 2? It's just kind of crazy to hear it all at once, you know.
Oh, you know what? You are kind of right. Yeah. Plunk has a point. Can you turn off the other 2 with because when you're saying it in unison, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
My mistake. Actually, you should just be able to pop them with a good poke.
It doesn't hurt you?
That doesn't hurt me, but just don't poke me.
I'll poke one of them.
I'll poke the other.
Okay, there's actually mechanics to see if an attacker can pick the right person or a duplicate.
Oh. Let's do it, Jay. I want to see if I poked him in the in the knee and it made him tickle.
Okay.
Okay, so if I roll 6 or higher, I change it. Yeah, okay, so I rolled a 7. So one of you successfully pops a duplicate. And next,
Okay.
16. Okay, so another one of you pops a second duplicate. Now there's just one left. There's just two left. Who's gonna
It's
pop?
like a bubble.
I'll run to the next one that I see and try to pop it as well.
You all guessed correctly. Is this less loud now?
I'll take out my dagger and I'll go to pop the last one.
Wait, no, stop. That's me.
I'll pop it back in and just go. Oh, oh, ah.
Yes, no, there were only 3 duplicates. I'll count them next time. Cyra did 1, so you have to do all 3. Anyways, that was
Kinda got
just
a
something I
little
was
carried
working
away.
on. Fun, isn't it?
I mean, that's very. I mean, it's. I guess more fun in this circumstance. I just will say that it's really. It's very brave of you to have to go through all of that at such a young age.
Well, thank you. I wish I had been braver. But I did escape alive, and which is more than I can say for most of my neighbors and family.
Adam, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Okay. 13.
You start to feel, when talking about your homeland and what happened, you start to feel this anger start to kind of well up in your gut. And an anger that you haven't really experienced before when talking about it. You've always kind of left it in the back, but for some reason being asked about it now is bringing up this feeling inside you that you haven't felt up to this point.
Yes, I was more fortunate than many of my neighbors, and including my family. It's not a memory I visit often, but I hope that with the skills that I acquire moving forward, that if any such event occurs again, I'll be better prepared. Yes, I never want to be in that situation again.
In the back of your mind, you hear, vengeance.
I'll just try to shake it off.
I'm sorry to have brought it up. I didn't know it was an upsetting topic for you.
Yes, well, I'll go do it. It's fine. Maybe I have a lot to work through, but maybe all I need to do is just not think about it as much. And time heals all wounds, right?
I'll pull out my lute and walk up to Bolt and start singing just to calm his nerves. I'll sing, dragons, 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 dragons. And I'll tap him on the shoulder if I can reach.
Give me a
I'll reach
performance.
up to his.
Give me a performance check on that, Plunkrawk.
Sure.
And Bolt, can you give me another wisdom save with advantage, please?
17.
Okay.
Okay, 10.
That's with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not helping. And it was well done, but again, the more they talk about your home, the more it continues to kind of well in your belly.
Do I see on his face, Jay,
Insight
that he... Okay.
Yeah, so the echoing of the dragon lyric like echoes in my mind and puts me further there.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 on my insight check.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell that didn't help. And in fact, as he begins to sing that song, Bolt, you remember the image of the dragons flying overhead, the full-size dragons in your homeland. And it's not a vision, but it's just in your mind's eye, your memory goes back to that moment of seeing full-size dragons fly over your homeland.
Okay, so I think at this point, if I haven't performed well enough to encourage him, I would just persist. So I pull out the loot again, and I'm just like, no, wait, dragons, sing,
Dragons.
Gaziel and Cyra, can you give me insight checks, please?
Dirty 20.
I got a 4.
So you're actually into the song. You think it's actually quite well done, Gaziel. As you kind of stand back from the group a little bit, you can decide at this point if you want to join their little chat.
Yeah, I've kind of just been eavesdropping, so I'm gonna sneak my way in.
Okay.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. You kind of move in, and
I come in singing, dragon. So good, dude. Rock on, man. Nice.
And Cyra, you can tell that this is not good. You can see that Bolt's eye almost like begins to twitch a little bit, and you can see that his mind goes somewhere else, and that it's affecting him negatively.
Yeah, with mind link, I'll say plunk. I don't think. I think we should stop. It's not. He's not.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure he liked it.
No, I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Are you sure? Because it's like, I mean, when I sing, usually it's quite amazing. And
let's say on a scale of 1 to 20, 20 being he really didn't like it. He really didn't like it.
Oh, okay. You don't think I should try again? Because I'll try again one more time.
No, I really think you shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Like he's getting kind of twitchy.
I just kind of silent. I go encore.
And I'll sheepishly put my loot behind me, and be like, nah.
It's so good.
As he puts his loot away, Bolt, you notice for the first time that you were clenching your fist during that whole time. And for the first time, you actually kind of pull it out and your claws have dug into your skin. And you can feel the warm trickle of blood drip down your pinky as he puts the loot away and as you kind of calm your nerves.
Do any of us...
Jinx.
I would say with the insight of the dirty 20, Cyra, that you see him unclench his fist like he's relaxing a little bit. You don't see the blood.
Oh, okay.
And I think it might be enough music for today. Good job though. It sounded very harmonic.
Yeah.
back to the kitchen. Snow, you've managed to, over the last, I'd say 15 to 20 minutes or so, prepare a very nice meal. It's starting to really smell well in there. Bacalhau, are you and Yanel hanging out in the kitchen with Snow for the next little while, or what's your plan?
Yeah. I'll stick around and help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have the Echo helping too, because he'll know about as much as I do, probably.
I do want to ask Snow something if there aren't a lot of other people around.
Yeah, Yanel's the only one in the room.
Okay. Snow, I know that you're happy that we rescued your sister, but if she had not been rescued, wouldn't you possibly be able to take her ship and be the captain yourself?
I don't believe it would work that way. You see, I'm no longer a member of the crew. So, as far as taking over the ship, I don't think that would be my task. It would likely fall more to someone such as Boerth.
Oh. Okay, so you would not have been happy if we didn't get her?
Listen, she is my sister, she is family, she is the most consistent presence I have had in my life. The only person I would have deeply called friend up until I had met you and the others. And I would give my life to save hers.
Of course. But do you not want to have your own ship one day?
I have long since given up on that idea. You don't usually see people like me in positions like that. So, I have decided a long time ago that I'm better off to do as I do. Go with the wind. And live the best life I can. With the skills that I have learned. And with the friends that I have made.
Well, I think you could be a captain if you wanted to be. And we could do that together. We could find a way if you wanted to have your own ship. I'm sure we could find a way.
I understand. You know what? It's too much responsibility. Being responsible for so many lives, having to deal with all the paperwork, and I think I'd rather not.
Yeah, I suppose the paperwork would be difficult.
Yes. And of course, being a captain, you still have to report to others, and you know how it goes. The captain gets blamed for everything the crew does wrong. It's better to be a member of the crew in that case.
I suppose.
I'm wanting to ask you, I had thought that the sound I had heard on your wrists was just bracelets. But, they were shackles?
Yes, they were, but they were, I was loosed, so that I could help with some things, and then I could never get them off, so I just kept them on. I don't think they're ugly. They are shiny in some places.
Yes, I can imagine. Were you a slave?
Well, I'm not sure that I was a slave. I mean, I wasn't free to leave. And I did help with a lot of things, but I think that I was more like just a helper.
The one that held you captive, do you know if they are still alive?
I don't know. They just didn't return one day. So I stayed and I kept doing the tasks that I was assigned. And one day I decided that he wasn't coming back. So I suppose at first I was looking for him, but then I kind of just left.
I understand. One more question, my friend. If we ever find this person, do you want to kill him? Because I can help with that.
Well, I hadn't really thought about that.
Well, now's the time to start.
I suppose he's not my master anymore. But if he wanted to be, I don't think I would be too willing to accept that.
You are your own master now, are you not?
I am.
Well, then if he is to try and take you back, would you fight to stop him? Keep your freedom.
Yes. I suppose I would.
Yes.
But he might understand that I didn't want to be under his leadership anymore.
Yes, maybe. I just imagine that if he put shackles on you, it was because he thought that, given the choice, you would want to leave. Right? So, me considering you a friend, more like a brother at this point, we can look for this guy, if you want to. And we can kill him. But I leave that up to you.
I would have to think about it. I don't know where we would even start to find him.
That's okay.
But I will think about it. What to do if we do encounter him. And he wants me back.
I understand. Serendipity walks with us, and many strange things happen. One day we may see this one, maybe we will not. Maybe he is dead already. Either way, I prefer to see you free, or to know you free. And, I kind of gesture to the direction that I believe Yanel might be. I would be sad for you to go, but I want you to be happy, my friend. If there's anything you think we should take care of before the inevitable, don't hesitate to let me know.
Thank you, Snow. You've been you were my first friend, and you're my best friend.
I would call you a best friend as well. And I would say that, for the record, I'm a better friend to you than Bolt. So.
Yes, I don't know where Bolt got that from.
I don't know either. He's narcissism, pure and simple. Greed. You know how it is. He's
yes, and that Gaziel,
person.
she just thinks that she's the boss of everybody.
She's very strong. I like that about her. Well, I don't understand this whole, God business, but maybe I'll ask her about it someday.
Yes, I'm not sure that she really believes it either. She seems to do what she likes.
You think so? Maybe it just ties in with whatever tenets of her faith.
I suppose.
Yes, maybe. Anyway, we've gotten into some serious talk here.
Yes, I'll continue to help with the cooking.
Okay. It takes another maybe 10 to 15 minutes as everyone kind of mulls about. You bring your gear, you start to set it up in the hold in the various kind of nooks and crannies that you decide that you want to sleep in. And dinner is served some 15, 20 minutes later, right in the center of the hold around the big table that is there. The rest of the crew kind of eating around, but they've given you the table in the center as kind of their guests for you to have a conversation. Cyra, you notice since you've gotten on board, the one they call Kajori continues to kind of like shoot you winks as he kind of like walks past you, kind of in the hold and on the deck. And you can tell that he's taken kind of a liking to you, and isn't afraid to let you kind of know it.
I'm just gonna walk over. I'm not gonna play this game. I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay, and he's over, kind of sitting against the box. And as you kind of walk over, he kind of lifts his eyebrows a little bit and kind of looks at you, and he says, he stands up. He goes, "Hello."
Hi,
What is your name?
my name is Cyra.
I am Kajori. It's very nice to meet you. And he puts his hand out to greet your
Very
hand.
slowly reaching my hand out. I'm like, look, I came over here because I couldn't help but notice you making winky faces at me over there.
But do you blame me? I mean, now look at you.
Okay, I'm just going to cut to the chase here because I don't really like this. I'm kind of spoken for, and even if that weren't the case, you're not my type.
Oh, you don't like the tall, dark, handsome type.
No.
Oh. Well, maybe we have 4 more days. Perhaps at that point, it gets lonely on the sea.
Yeah, no, see, I don't like men.
Oh.
So I just wanted to kind of like have you save your effort.
Well,
And
it's
I'm
a
good over
shame,
there.
I have to say.
Have some more dinner.
Well, enjoy your dinner, and nice to meet you.
So charming.
And he kind of sits back down, and continues to eat his food. All right.
I just kind of like collect myself.
Yeah.
Just like, ugh.
All right.
Are we all sitting
Sit
together
back
now,
down
or?
to-
Yeah, you're all sitting together. I'll actually put you all together.
All right.
Go ahead.
I would like to
Why?
principal.
What's everybody being all weird about?
Well, we just saw some little interaction happen. Can I explain?
No. That was not an interaction. That was me shutting down an interaction.
Are you not looking for a mate?
I have a mate, kind of, sort of, if you, maybe. Not really, but
Maybe.
hopefully.
Is this like a it's
It's
complicated,
complicated.
situation? Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
figured.
it is. Kind of. Very, extremely complicated. But, yeah, I just had to go tell him that, I wasn't interested. Because, did not want that to continue for like another however long we're on here.
Yeah, I get that. Who has the right, to do that kind of stuff? Just think they own the place, think they own you, and just go for it? That's just ridiculous. Good for you.
Thank you. Well, thank you for like reassuring me on that. I sometimes like I don't mean to be like come off as mean or rude, but I just don't like that, being a woman in any situation gives any other man a right to sit there and make winky faces at you, and it's unwelcome.
Agreed.
I'd like to point off at just some random guy that's just eating. And I was like, Gaziel, what about him? He seems uninterested. Is he your type?
Whoa, I'm just on a mission here. I didn't even think about relationships really, but I mean.
Oh, it's all I thought about.
I know, and now you're just obsessed almost in some sort of way, and that's all you think about all the time. You don't have time for anybody else.
Bacalhau, I'm so happy for you that like you have potentially, like I know you're looking for a mate and you've potentially found one. But that's not, what everybody's main goal is. You know what I'm saying?
No.
How do anybody want to jump in? Like, I really don't know.
Do you think life is just about finding your mate and then having babies? Is that all it is?
And at this point, Yanil kind of lifts her head, chomping, and there's food kind of like going down her neck, and she's like, she like, yes, of course. That's all there is to life. And then goes down, and she continues to like she hasn't eaten a home-cooked meal in 400 years.
Well, most
Listen,
species prefer to propagate their species. and not just have it end with them.
Wow.
Propagate. What a word. What a word choice.
So romantic. Choice words. Listen, I mean, I wanted to be clear. Like, I'm not trying to put you down for the things that you want. I'm happy that you know the things you want and you're going after the things you want, but it's just not always what everybody wants.
Okay. What is it that you want?
I mean, this is going to sound like it's not at the right time. I mean, I am trying to look for my person.
Oh.
But it's not like I have other goals too. You know, that happens to be one of them. You got lucky, but I'm just saying for this general statement. This general statement. Just, you know, in life, that's not everybody's main goal. It could be a goal.
You've made it as clear as the sea. Thank you.
Welcome. I don't know that I helped at all.
This is really
I feel
good
very
snow.
self-conscious.
Are these potatoes?
Wow.
And she's just like totally mowing down. She says, and she kind of wipes her face. She says, I'm sorry. It's been some time since I've had a home-cooked meal. It was very good, Snow. Thank you. So what's the plan? We're on this ship for 4 to 5 days, and then we reach this city. What after that? And
Well, I
will it be
suppose-
dangerous? Are there people looking for you in this city too?
Yes, most undoubtedly there will be, and I suspect that we would be best to come up with some sort of disguises while we are here. Have a plan to get through into the Empire. Once we are in the Empire, we will be much safer.
Listen, that's okay with me because I don't really want to be found either.
Well, can't we all just put pants on? Maybe even different pants. Bacalhau thinks that pants are a great disguise, and I tend to agree with him.
Yes,
He looks dapper,
Yeah,
especially in his hat.
often wrong.
I mean, I'm a fan of pants. We could do pants.
Yes, I suspect if we were not wearing pants, it would draw the wrong kind of attention.
But most of them wear pants all the time. I don't get it.
I don't think pants are going to cut it here. I think we need to go a little more in depth with it, with our disguises.
I agree.
So shorts then.
Wow. Okay.
They'd never see it coming.
Yeah, that's
Distract
a great
him with your
idea.
knees.
Well,
You
I
gonna
feel
distract
like
him with
I
your
have-
knees? I don't know what. I think we're gonna need some something more substantial.
Yes.
Admittedly, fashion is not my forte. I'm good at other things. But what would we need to be disguised as?
Well, I think Plunkrawk is an expert in the area of disguises.
That's true.
Do you have some ideas, my friend?
Pants?
Yes.
Splendid.
Pants are great.
What does Plunkrawk wear, anyways? Has he got a Donald Duck sort of thing going on?
Yeah.
I've got like a leather tunic on. I look very much like the character that you see before you in the middle of the screen. Loot on back and nice boots.
We just want to know how low that tunic goes, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Are there pants under there?
How much knee are we seeing?
It's accent for a reason, you know.
Are
Do
we
your
seeing
knees
tail
bend the
feathers?
normal way?
Say that again,
Bend
sorry.
backwards like a bingo.
Was that a question for me?
No, it's all nonsense.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. At this point, you continue on. You continue chatting about the disguises and what you're going to be doing. And Heidi comes over to you, Snow, and says, "Your sister would like to see you when you have a moment."
Yes, of course. Me alone?
Yes. And to the rest of you, I We need you to keep watch tonight. We are short on crew, and they need the rest for the day of sailing tomorrow. So, if you could, please, set up a watch schedule, and you and someone at the helm will be up. But just one of you is necessary, perhaps.
Question. What exactly in the middle of the sea should we be watching for? Enemy ships, or?
There are many dangers at sea.
Icebergs.
Not here.
All right. Probably see who again. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Yes. Anyways, Snow, when you have a moment.
Of course.
If we're going to be keeping watch, I'd like to just go turn in right now because I need a long rest right away.
You've had a long day.
Heidi turns and she leaves.
I don't mind taking. What time of day is it?
It's about the equivalent of 10 p.m.
Oh man.
You boarded at sunset, which is around 9, so it's been about 45 minutes to an hour.
I'd like to rest right away and just wake me up when it's my turn to keep watch. I can't see in the dark, but I'll let you know if they arrive.
How typical.
Okay, do you get up and go, Bacalhau?
Yeah.
All right. Yanil kind of like, she's still like chewing.
You can finish.
Yeah, I'm looking to her to see if she's following suit.
No, you can stay and eat all the things.
And
I need to be up for watch.
With that, she takes like thirds.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Are you going to go and retire in your usual spot, Bacalhau?
Yeah.
Okay. Sleeping in the middle.
Inside the quarters in a...
Yep. Just outside the quarters, under the stair. In your
No,
shop.
I'd like to be in the room.
Oh, you want to be in the room? Okay.
Yeah. I started sleeping in the room
Okay.
just before we left the ship.
All right.
And I'll even take a hammock if there is one. If
Oh.
it looks strong enough to hold
Yeah, it is.
me.
Okay. Sorry. All right. What do the rest of you do now with the rest of the evening? You all kind of finish your meals. Bacalhau has now turned in.
Yeah, if we gather round at any point, I'm assuming in hammocks or in the same kind of area as a party. Does that happen eventually in the evening, Jason?
Yeah. So they kind of give you access to where you were before, which was in the kind of the forecastle of the ship. Bacalhau has taken one of the spots, and there are 4 more kind of hammocks within the forecastle, and they've given you that room again.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna wait with my loot on my hammock until basically everyone's around and ready to fall asleep.
Okay. Okay, so you just go over and you hang out in your hammock.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll just wait until everyone's there. Let me know when everyone's there.
Yep. What does everyone else do? Bolt?
Yeah, I'll finish my meal and I'll just retire for the evening.
Okay.
In the room, and then I'll say, "Just wake me when it's my turn for the watch."
And who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
How many
I'm
shifts
just-
do we need?
Yeah, how many?
Well, whatever you decide. The evening, obviously, until the morning. And you all need a rest, so it's the equivalent, like I said, of around 10 p.m. So.
Okay.
If we're paired off, because I'm just taking a cue from everyone else, seeing as how they've all been aboard this ship and they know the quarters, and so I'll follow along. If we are paired up, I will probably pair up with Plunk, if that's okay.
Okay. Who wants to pair up with Gaziel then?
I will.
Okay. And you have to speak to your sister anyways, right?
Yeah.
So.
So as soon as I'm done speaking with my sister, I'll meet Gaziel on deck.
Okay. All right. The rest of you retire, and as kind of the last of the party enters the room, Plunk, they close the door behind, and all kind of start to settle into their hammocks.
So I'm just going to softly, as everyone is settling in, kind of getting ready in their cots, hammocks, cushions, sleeping bags, whatever, I'll start playing a soft song in the background and start singing. I used to fly on the inside, but then I died a little when I was made too brittle. Now I'm scared to fly. All my insides are broken from all these words unspoken. And if I don't seem like I want to be heard, that's absurd. No, I'm trying hard not to break more inside. All my pride's gone. All my pride's gone. I was once strong, but all my pride's gone. And I am so tired of hiding the truth. I've lost my youth by doing so, and soon you will all see me as I once was. And I'm holding back, but it won't be for long. And it won't be long. Gotta stay strong. I once belonged, and it won't be long until I am strong. Resolve, Joel! There we go! As they quietly fall asleep.
That's great. All right, let me take down the watch schedule. So first watch is Gaziel and Snow. And how long do you want your watch to be for each shift?
How long do we need to have a full rest?
8
like
hours.
A long rest?
About 8 hours.
Is it possible to have everybody have 8 hours of sleep for a long rest?
Yeah, so if you're heading to bed, I'd say by the time you kind of settle in, it's about 10 to 10:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12. Yeah, so that would be like, yeah, you'd end up sleeping in, but that's fine.
Okay.
So how long do we want the shifts to be?
Math. It's hard. 2 hours? 3 hours?
2 hour shifts? Is that 2 hour shifts? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And then who's going to take second shift?
I will.
Okay. Who's taking it with Bolt? Anyone?
I'll take it with Bolt.
Okay. And that's at around midnight. And then third shift?
I guess that leaves me.
Yep. And that would be You were going to take it with Plunk.
Oh yeah, I can take. I'll take it with Cyra instead. Sorry.
No, it's your choice. I just didn't. You said that, so I was like, oh, I'll just take the third one. It's fine.
You can take a double watch if you want, Plunk.
Yeah,
because
I noticed no one was taking up Bolt's time with him. I think everyone was afraid of him, but I'm gonna venture a partnership for that shift.
Okay. And then Bacalhau, do you want to do? Do you want to do you and Yanil?
Yeah, I guess she's gonna help watch. I guess she could do that.
Yeah, she's
Just
willing
looking
to.
at-
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. You all find slumber. Snow, on first watch, you kind of head up and you find Gaziel on deck. Where do you want to take up your watch, Gaziel? And Snow, I'm assuming that you're going to head to your sister right away?
Yeah, I'll speak with her first
Okay.
before I meet with Gaziel.
Gaziel, where do you want to... Oh, okay. So you just head right up to your sister's quarters? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Gaziel, where do you want to take watch on the ship?
What's that thing that's like high?
Yeah, the
Where
crow's
you can-
nest?
That thing.
Yep. Okay, so you climb the mast and you're in the crow's nest. I have placed you there. All right. If you can give me a perception check and we'll use that for the extent of your watch. And
Okay.
Snow. Okay. As you approach the door, you knock, and you hear a quiet, somewhat frail voice say, "Come in." And as you enter, you see the familiar captain's quarters of your sister. And she is... she's currently hanging out on her bed. She's nursing her arm, and even though, again, you can see that she's still fairly gaunt, and I guess the vibrant kind of spirit that she typically has isn't back yet, isn't there. She's not quite who you remember her sister to be in this time. And she says, as you come in, she says, "My snowy owl, please come near. Let us talk like we used to."
Yes, sister. So I'll sit down. Do I get the sense that if I sit on the edge of the bed that, like, it'll just hurt her or something?
No.
Should I just grab, like,
No.
a desk chair and
And
bring it over?
at this point, you know that she's not. At this point, physically, she's not hurt anymore. It's more, again, exhausted, and things that simple healing that don't quite heal.
Yeah.
And so she just needs time to rest in order to kind of get back to who she was.
Hey Jason, can I just say props on the props tonight?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, this PTZ, man, it's awesome for this sort of thing.
Perfect. Threes.
Snow.
I thought I was going to lose you there. How are you?
We've been through worse. I still have all my limbs. We are always finding ourselves in these sorts of circumstances, and I thought maybe we had seen our last, but here we are again.
It's true. We seem to have a habit of getting in trouble. Do you remember that time we were pulling a heist like we used to? And we were ripping off that rich family, and I got caught.
I do remember.
Yes.
Yes, they deserved it, though.
Of course they did.
At
Of course
least
they did.
That's how
profited off of the pain of orphans. We could have had a home if not for them.
Yes. That at least makes me sleep at night. Sometimes
Yes.
I forget what we were like when we were kids. It was a much more simple time.
It was.
Survival. Just you and me.
Yes. It's a different life. So much has gotten so complicated, sister. Ever since the revelry.
They have given me everything and also taken everything away. All at the same time.
That's true. It's funny what you will trade for 3 square meals a day. You lose parts of yourself. When was the last time you felt like you?
I can't remember the last time. But I will tell you, every time we talk, I feel a little bit more like myself.
Yeah. I think so too. Especially now that we're talking more on equal terms, you know. It was always a little awkward, you know, talking to my sister, the captain, you know.
I am still your captain. And she kind of nudges you.
Yes, but now I will decide whether I will take the orders. I love you, sister, and I thought that was going to go very differently, and I'm glad that it didn't. I'm sorry that I wasn't there to stop you from being captured in the first place.
You were there to save me, Snow. Again. And every time I find myself in a difficult space, you are there to help me again. Over and over.
Well, the same goes for you. I'm only trying to catch up to the number of times you've saved me. I mean, we were twins and living on the streets as we did. There weren't many things that I could do the way that you could do them, but you kept me safe. You taught me how to fight. You taught me how to make the most of my situation. I will forever be grateful to you for that. Sister, I've got to be honest with you, I'm scared. I've never been on the bad side of the revelry before. And now we're all stuck between the conclave and the revelry. Our list of friends is short and our list of enemies is growing. The price on our heads is high and all I wanted was freedom.
What is
I
your
just
plan?
wanted the freedom to live a life.
What is your plan? What will you do? From Nick
I want to do the right thing. That's what I want to do. I want to do the right thing. I want to go into the world and make a difference. You know? But being caught up in the middle of all of this still and again and bringing other people into it, I feel like it's my fault. They're my friends, and if any of them was to die, I would blame myself. If anything happened to you, I would blame myself. I can't imagine what it would be like. How do you do it every day? Taking these lives of everyone in this ship on your shoulders all the time. How do you do that?
It is a heavy burden. But it must be done.
Must.
And I just believe that there is a reason for it all. There is something to hope for, to look forward to. Eventually. One day.
One day. For now, the important thing is to protect the future. We must do everything that we can to bring Yanil to her place. There's been so much trying to stop this from happening. It must be the right thing to do. For only good sees this much resistance. Evil just seems to be allowed to grow.
You know I cannot go to Nicodrons with you. I will leave you there. But at this point, the Wavechaser is too recognizable.
Yes. Perhaps you should change its name and give it a paint job.
Yes, well, maybe.
Are you going to return to the Plank King?
No. I will
Why?
Sail north.
Why have you chosen to turn your back on the revelry?
I'm still asking myself that question. They would have asked me questions about you, Snow, and about your companions, and I couldn't bring myself to give that up. And they would have tortured me, and they would have killed me, and they would have put my head on a stake.
They would have. But sister, if it's ever a question between your life and mine, I choose yours. You survive. You go on.
My life
as long as my friends are not hurt, I just...
Snow, you are meant for so much more. My life is this ship. Your life never was.
What is my life? I'm trying to make right for the wrongs I have done. And I don't think I ever will.
There is more to you yet. I see it. You are different. You are changing. These friends are good for you. Follow that. Follow your dreams. Follow these people all the way to retribution for yourself and for the past and for the things I have asked you to do for me. Please, for both of us. It's too late for me. I will sail with the Wavechaser, and I will go down with the Wavechaser. You have a different path.
You're not telling me now that you have planned some sort of suicide mission, are you?
Oh gosh, no. Of course not. I will sail north. And then maybe sell the ship, head inland. I don't know. But I have a crew I am responsible for. And I don't know what their plans are, or where they will go. But anyways, we have days to speak. Please.
We do.
Get rest. And as will I.
You get rest. You get rest. You need it far more than I.
Yes.
Listen, sister, I want to thank you for everything once again.
You don't have to.
But I will. If it was not for you, I would not have met these new friends. And they mean everything to me now.
If it was not for me, you wouldn't be in this place. So I am sorry.
We joined the revelry together. Don't blame yourself. Love you, sister.
Love you too. Good night.
Rest now.
All right. You head out of the quarters and you join Gaziel on the deck of the Wavechaser. You see she's in the crow's nest. Where do you want to go, Snow?
Well, I was thinking I'd go where she is.
Yeah.
So I guess I would go up to the crow's nest once I find out that's where she is.
Yeah, you look around you look around, you sense around, and eventually you hear her call down to you.
Snow, I'm up here.
Of course. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
And I climb up. And I get up there.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I've just been sitting here waiting for you, but I'm sure you had some business to do.
Yes, just talking to my sister. Thank you for waiting. I apologize for the delay.
Oh, that's okay. I've just been making sure everything is safe for us. And how is she doing?
She's hurt pretty badly.
And
Yeah.
but her spirit is still there. She will be okay.
How are you doing?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
It's been hard.
Why?
Just, everything. Everything. It piles on,
I mean,
But
you do have the most information on our whereabouts and where we're going and all this stuff. I feel like you are kind of have been captain in some sort of way for this crew that we formed.
I don't know about that. I'm sure that someone like Bolt is probably more suited for the job. Maybe yourself as well, You're a good leader.
Me?
You make good choices, yes.
Oh.
You have a strong moral compass. You ask questions when people like myself just accept things as they are. It was you and Bacalhau, if I'm not mistaken, that sensed Jana's deception before any of the rest of us did.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can only know that by asking questions and seeking certain, answers from my God and trying to figure out if what I'm doing is best. But I don't know. Who can ever know?
Yes, that's true. I want to say thank you. You've saved all of us at times, and I don't know what we would do without you.
Snow, that means a lot to me. I honestly have always felt like some sort of independent person on the ship, and of course I want to make friends, but I mean, you have Beck, and Plunk seems to have Cyra now, and Bolt is kind of like a lone ranger as well, but he has his mechanics, and I don't know really how I joined this team, but I feel such a sense of purpose being here.
There is definitely purpose. I mean, where would we be without your dreams and your connection to your God and your good heart, your personality, your drive to do the right thing? Have we put you ever in a position that you weren't comfortable doing the things that you had to do?
No, never. I always volunteer thinking, that's just who I am. I'm a headstrong type of person, and I always want to lead the pack when we're walking, and I feel like it's my obligation to help everybody, and all I want is to be just a part of the family, and I do feel that way, but it's just really nice to hear, Snow.
Yes. Well, I'm grateful to you for all that you are, and I'm learning from you. Sorry, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was just curious because I don't seem to know much about you, but have you always been blind?
Since birth.
Huh.
The story is that somehow in the womb my sister scratched my eyes.
How ironic, now that you are both best friends, I guess.
Well, you know how it goes. Sibling rivalry in the youth. Best friends when you're older.
I'm curious, since you do know a lot, and since you seem to have kind of a good grasp on things, what is going to happen to us once we complete our so-called mission by going where we need to go and figuring out what we need to figure out? Do you think we will be together for the foreseeable future as a team, as a crew?
I hope so. I do. I hope that when we finished all of this with Yanil, that there will be some new adventure that comes our way. Be it fate or the gods, something has plans for us, and maybe it will be big. I think it will. What do you think, though?
I I really like the way that sounds. I like the way that we team together to do the things that nobody else wants to do, the daunting tasks of the world. And it kind of feels like we are some sort of weird kind of superheroes or something, like saving the world one mission at a time.
I hope so. I do. I wonder sometimes if, we complete this task and we move on to something else, and maybe it just ends up being small, some twist of fate ends up causing one of us to die. And my greatest fear of everything is a meaningless death.
Oh, wow. I thought your greatest fear would have been dying itself, but a meaningless death. You've taken it to a new level, Snow.
No, I've done a lot of wrong in my life, and I'm trying to make it better. And that's another reason why I like to be around you. I feel like you make me a better person. But I think dying for the wrong reasons. I think that is what scares me most. I want to die for good, to help people, to make the world better, That's what I want.
Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of figured you're up here to keep watch, but I guess you can't. So I'm kind of thinking that you are just up here to get to know me better. That's what I'm trying to tell myself.
Well, maybe a little.
Oh.
Just a little bit. Okay, yeah. Good. Well, I've got good ears. I can hear.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Not so much up here. Up here, it's all wind. But it's nice to talk to you and have some quality time.
Yeah. You as well, Snow.
Yeah. We should do this more often.
I know. I feel like I need to do this with everybody else too. I feel like we've kind of just been going and never really had the chance to sit down and just get to know each other. So this is really good.
Yes, I'm grateful for this time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The rest of your watch goes uneventful. You decide to turn in and wake Bolt and Plunk. Gaziel, as you kind of start to settle in and you doff your armor, the last thing to take off is your holy symbol that hangs around your neck. And then holding it, you realize that you haven't spoken to the Dawnfather in a little while. That in the craziness of everything that happened and is happening, that you haven't taken the time to speak to him. And you look around the room at the sleeping companions, realizing that these are souls who the Dawnfather has placed in your grasp. And then you take the time and feel like you need to maybe take the time to speak to him again. Snow, as you settle in to sleep, there is a warmth about the Wavechaser and the sound of the waves against its hull and the creaking of the floorboards as it sways. And you fall asleep, and very soon into sleeping you have a dream. And you dream of a meadow. And you hear a song. A bird's song. And you find yourself lying down in this field, and you look up at a nearby tree, and there's a blackbird singing in the tree. Its song somehow familiar. And that is where we're going to take a break for tonight. We'll make it really quick. Tons of interaction. It's been awesome. What a great session so far. Reminder for those of you to win the D&D Beyond Tasha's Cauldron of Everything digital copy for D&D Beyond. Just write Tasha in the chat, and we'll be back in, let's say, can we say like 5-10 minutes, guys? Can we make it a quick one? Awesome. We'll say 5 minutes. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. What a great first half. It felt long overdue to spend some time together. That was great. All right. As you all settle you guys settle into slumber, Bolt and Plunk, you are woken, and you kind of start to get your things together. Bolt, where do you want to set watch? And Plunk, where would you like to set watch?
I'll go all the way to the back of the boat at the top there.
Okay. I'll know. Okay.
I'll follow him as well.
Okay.
But I'm feeling restless tonight.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do rounds. Like I'll go and hang out with him for 15, 20 minutes, and then kind of just walk along get the ocean air, the sea air through my nostrils in my beak.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel the wind on my feathers.
Feel the wind on your feathers. All right. As you you hang out there for about 15 minutes, so I'd like you both to make a perception check for the duration of your watch, please.
Perception it is. That's a 21.
Okay.
18.
18. Wow, very good. All right. Plunk, as you're sitting back there, you kind of take out the kinks in your neck, and you're starting to finally feel the air again, and the sea air is starting to kind of calm you after the last little while. It's been quite the last few weeks. Immediately in your brain, something almost turns on, almost like a signal coming in. There's super awareness all of a sudden, and you hear a song in the form of a message in your mind. It sings, "There once was a bird who nested at sea, in the crow's nest preferred, but in the hold it would be." And it stops. You feel like you can respond to that message. But you feel like that response is finite. And you've experienced this before. And you've sent messages back and forth and received messages like this. And you know that there's deeper meaning to usually when you get these sorts of things.
Okay. I'll respond. I'll pull out my lute, and having heard it on the wind in my head, just go, why would you be in the hold? Isn't that a little bit cold? I'll be in the crow's nest, and you can join me. Come to the crow's nest, and that's where I'll be. And I head up to the crow's nest.
Okay. All right. You head up to the crow's nest, and time passes. Nothing happens.
I'll go, having spent, let's say I spend like a good 10 minutes waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
I'll head down to the hold.
Okay. All right. And you come down the stairs in the hold, and you can see that there's a lot of you kind of come down the aft stairs, and you see that there's crew sleeping around in and amongst the crates and barrels, typical for the Wavechaser. But it's quiet down here and dark.
Can I investigate? Can I check around? I want to see if there's stowaways or like potential other passengers that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. Can you give me a investigation check, please?
Sure. That's an 8.
Okay. You start to look around, and you're having a hard time kind of finding anything. You start to, and again, it's trying to be quiet, but you're starting to search around. You're making your way around the hole, but as of right now, you haven't found anything yet. Nothing of note.
Okay. I'll stick around for a little bit, and just kind of, having made the rounds up on the deck and having gone to the crow's nest, I feel like Bolt is on his game. So I'm going to stay here for 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then do another search after that. See if I notice anything.
All right. Bolt, are you just kind of taking in, kind of walking back and forth? How do you want to spend that first hour or so, I'd say, of the watch.
Yeah, so I'm at the back, elevated a little because I want to be able to see the whole deck.
Yeah.
But also I want to make careful surveillance of anything that might want to crawl up the side of the boat to get in, because I'm remembering what has happened in previous voyages.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. 20 minutes or so pass. Plunk, give me another investigation check.
Sure. It's a 4, Jason. 4? A 4 does it, right? At this point?
You're having a hard time. It's weird. The song told you in the hold it would be.
Yeah.
But you're just kind of like not quite sure what exactly that means. And having a hard time kind of deciphering what exactly they meant about something being in the hold.
Yeah, I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? Does it seem, I mean, you said barrels and crates and stuff. If it seems messy at all, Jay, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to try to clean the place up a bit.
Okay.
Just,
all right. You want to spend some time doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Okay. The 2 hours pass of your uneventful in your watch, and the time comes to wake Cyra, and Plunk, you're taking up the next watch as well. And Plunk, you've been cleaning up and kind of looking around and kind of trying to figure this out. Bolt, you head down to wake her, as you know that Plunk is still gonna stay up. You end up turning in, and Cyra, you're woken by Bolt for the next watch.
Oh. Hey.
It's your turn for watch.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Where's, who am I watching with? Who am I taking watch with?
And Plunk was with me, and Gaziel and Snow. It has to be Bacalhau.
Okay. I'll.
You know,
okay,
sorry,
I'll
you know,
find.
you know that Plunk is staying up for 2 watches, so he's watching with Cyra as well. Yeah, and you haven't seen him for like the last hour and a half. Plunk.
Okay, I'll say. Oh yes, you're actually watching with Plunk, who's doing back-to-back watches.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where he went there. He may be investigating somewhere, and I trust his judgment there. So.
Where was the last time you saw him?
He went below deck somewhere.
Oh, okay, cool. I got it. I'm awake.
Okay, night.
So you start to gather yourself. Cyra, is there anything you want to do to prep yourself for your watch?
No, I just got whatever armor I have on just in case.
Yep.
I got my. I just need these hands. These hands are weapons. So I'm gonna go.
All right.
I'm gonna go look for Plunk.
Okay. Plunk, can you give me another investigation check, please?
Yep. This one's going to be good. I can feel it. D&D Beyond. Here we go. That's a natural 9. It's 9. Okay. It's actually a natural 7 plus 2, so it's a 9.
I'm going to say with advantage because you use your prestidigitation to clean stuff up a bit.
So with advantage, that would be a... a 9. Okay. It's a 9.
All right. After a while, you spend some time, and after a while of trying something, eventually you'll succeed. And the DC ends up going down every time. Kind of, you spend more time doing the same thing. You happen across a small crate box with a symbol on it that is very familiar. It's a small gold symbol, and it's engraved in a little kind of square that is turned on its end and then kind of nailed into the top of this little crate.
It's like a little copper plate or whatever, and it's like nailed in. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And right in the center of this box, and the box seems featureless. It has a little latch on the front.
Okay, I'm going to.
And you know that this is a symbol of your order.
Yes, I am perplexed as to how this would have gotten onto this boat.
Yeah.
but I look around carefully.
Yeah.
Make sure no one's watching.
Perception check.
Okay.
What kind of armor do you have, Cyra?
I think leather, just light leather armor. Let me
So it takes about a minute to put on.
Yeah, leather armor.
Yep, it takes about a minute.
12 for me.
Okay. All right, you seem, they're snoring in and amongst everyone. This was kind of tucked in a back corner where nobody might find it.
I'm going to hide in the shadows.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
With the box?
Yep, with the box. Okay, so I rolled a 14.
Okay. You find a spot that you think is, covered from most vantage points?
Yes. I look around one more time and I attempt to check for traps on the box.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Okay. What is the deal? I'm angry with D&D Beyond tonight. Angry with it. Do you feel my anger, people at home?
Feel it.
Angry. I rolled a 3, Jason.
Okay. Yeah, you start to look around this box, and again, there's 2 hinges on the back. There's a latch in the front, but it doesn't have a keyhole in it. It's just like a solid latch. And you kind of look around. You don't think it's trapped. But the latch itself is kind of smooth on the front, with no kind of discernible keyhole. It's just flat, but it's locked.
Okay. I'm going to rub it.
The latch?
The latch, yeah.
Okay.
The latch.
You rub it and it's cold.
Okay. That tells me a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is there any discernible way? Can I modify the hinges on the back? Is there any way? Do I see a clue underneath? I investigate the box fully, look at all angles.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me another investigation check.
Okay. Come on. Here we go.
I'm trying to help you out here.
For mother of all pearls. 8. 8. Does the 8 do anything?
You start to like your brain isn't quite firing tonight. And
we roll with the Mithril Armory dice spinner.
Just pop it open. What's the worst that can happen?
No. Anyway, so you start to kind of like look at it, you start to shake it, and you hear that inside it sounds like it's light. There isn't something heavy in there. Okay. And almost like a fluttering inside when you do this. And then you start to kind of like tap it on your head, and you're kind of frustrated, and you start to just do this, and you feel your ring clink on the metal, and then you look at your ring.
Okay. What do I see when I look at my ring, Jay?
Well, you know it's the ring that was given to you by your order, Joel.
Yeah.
What do you do with that ring?
I'm going to attempt to open the box with said ring.
Okay. You take the ring and you place it against the smooth latch, and it opens.
Okay. Figured that was the case. I'm gonna open it up and then open the box.
At this point, I'd like everyone else in the call to take your earphones out, please.
What? Yes.
Inside the box, you find a rolled piece of parchment. As you take the parchment out, you start to unroll it, and you realize there's 2 pieces of parchment that exist in them. One of them... that's a great question. I should have. Okay, so one of them is a letter, and this letter, and it's kind of on the inside, and you kind of bring it across, but there is a letter that looks like this, and you can go ahead and read that.
Plunkrawk, sorry. I need not remind you that your current task is of the utmost importance and must be completed for the sake of the realm. All will become clear soon. This scroll contains a teleportation circle spell, and you can have the turtle use the destination below to get out of a fix, but only if you have exhausted all other options. Your contact will meet you at the gate as planned. Freedom and hope. M.
You read that, and then you bring up the other, and the other one is written in some sort of magical text. Do you have, in your spells that you're able to learn, is teleportation circle one of them?
It isn't. Or capable of learning.
Well, is it in your bard spell list? So of all the spells that a bard can learn,
yep,
is teleportation circle in that?
I will tell you momentarily. I am opening my management right here.
It's a 5th level spell.
It isn't.
Okay. So you don't understand the scroll.
Okay.
Before that you've taken out. So the second piece of paper is in some sort of gibberish, magical runes, etc. that you don't understand.
Okay, gibberish. Runes. Okay.
What do you do?
Okay.
At this point, you hear creaking coming down the steps.
I'll quickly roll up the thing and hide both inside of my sleeve.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'll close the box,
Yeah.
pop it behind the crate that I'm sitting around.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Everyone can come back. Okay. Everyone back? Cyra, you come down the stairs, and you come into a dark hold. No sign of Plunk that you can see. And sleeping sailors and crew members. What do you do?
I'm just kind of, I'm looking for him.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Plunk, you hear
whisper.
Do I identify that it is Cyra?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll quietly come out of my shadows and find her.
Okay. You see him step out from behind a pile of crates.
As soon as I make eye contact, I'm gonna use Mind Link.
Okay.
What is it? What's going on?
Oh, I was just making sure everything down here was as it should be. But it seems fine. That shadow over there totally doesn't have anything in it. Let's go up, and I'll just start walking up the steps.
And as I'm following, but what were you doing down there?
Oh no, it's I'm on patrol. I've got to check every nook and cranny of the ship, otherwise it's irresponsible if I don't. So yeah, of course I'm gonna be down there.
You think
Don't
we
want
have
any
a stowaway?
stowaways. Wait.
Yeah,
what?
do you think we have a stowaway?
Sorry, what?
Like literally, I was thinking the same thing as you said it. Like, do you think we have a stowaway?
Oh, no. I mean, no stowaways. I think perhaps no. I was checking for stowaways because remember when you and I met? I thought you were a stowaway.
That's right. I mean, I kind of was.
You were, and I made a friend that day. So I was kind of looking for another, potential friend. We can go up to the deck now. Probably. I've been here long enough.
Can I insight check that friend
Yes.
thing? Like, you had me up until then.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20.
Nice. Pew, pew, pew. It's great.
Okay.
What does she glean from that?
So she gleans that I was not looking for a friend, and that in fact I was led down there for some other reason.
Okay.
Plunk. Come on, luck doesn't strike twice. You're not going to find another friend like me. What are you looking down there for?
That's true. I mean, okay, I'll be honest with you. I got a message on the wind when I was upstairs. When I was on the deck. It's not the first time that I've heard the song in my head, and it gave me instruction. So I came down, but to no avail. After many searches, I didn't find anything.
What did you hear, though?
Oh, it was a crazy sound, kind of like lyrics of a song, and there was a bird that was nested at sea, and the crow's nest was where it preferred, but in the hold is where it would be. So I came down to the hold, and yeah, I guess I was just imagining things again.
Maybe you weren't, though.
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm pretty sure I was. Since I've thoroughly checked this down here hold many times now. We should.
You didn't find anything? You don't want to go back?
No,
You don't want to go
I'm
back?
sure of it. I did not find a thing, and I've searched. I even cleaned the place up. Look, it's all clean. Yeah.
There's less rat droppings. No, you're right.
Yep. That was me. Who cleaned it.
Huh, okay. All right, well, should we go back up?
I guess so. We'll go and stake our claim on the main deck.
As you kind of come up onto the deck, you see that Kajori is the one now that is manning the helm up on deck. And as you kind of pass, he kind of looks at you and he kind of like shrugs his shoulders, like, at least I tried. As you kind of come up, where do you want to take up watch, the two of you?
So I'll go wherever Cyra is. Since
Okay, Cyra, where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever we'd get a good vantage point.
Okay, that's up to you. There's a crow's nest, which obviously provides a really high vantage. Then there's the forecastle and the quarterdeck that are the same kind of height.
Hey, Jay, if we go,
I would say that Cyra doesn't have as much nautical
Experience.
experience, so
Yep.
I don't think going up to the crow's nest would be her jam at the moment.
Yeah.
Like maybe one day,
Yeah.
but where would the second best place to get a good vantage?
Either
point
the
be?
aft or the forecastle. I mean, Kajori's on the quarterdeck. Sorry.
Then we're farther away from.
Okay,
far
so the
away from him.
forecastle. So in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, quick technical question.
Yep.
If we do go in the crow's nest, do we get vantage rolls?
Depending on what you're looking for and where.
Sorry, it was a stupid pun.
Yeah.
And I used it on you, and I apologize.
But yes, you would get you obviously have a higher vantage, but that's obviously good for different things. Do you want to be in the crow's nest, Plunk?
Yes. I'll be in the crow's nest for the first little bit.
Okay. I would say, Cyra, can you give me a perception check, please?
How?
I'm a little offended.
No. I was going to do this. How far away does MindLink work?
I think you have to be. Hold on, let me check. I have that. I could tell you right now. I want to say 50 feet. 50 feet. Yes, I was right.
So is there the distance right, Jay?
Yeah, 50 is, that's enough. From the crow's nest to where Cyra is, you guys can mind link.
Awesome.
Okay.
I just want to go up to the crow's nest for just a few and just get a better vantage point.
Okay, fine. Leave me alone down here. Whatever. Fine. I'm not sore about it.
I'm coming right back down. Don't worry. I just want to go check. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I'll go up to the crow's nest. Take a quick look around. I don't notice anyone like by the side of the ship. No one's like delivered this box on a skiff or anything that's come alongside.
Yeah, so give me a perception check with advantage because you're up in the crow's nest. And Cyra, did you give me a perception already?
Oh no.
Not with advantage, just regular.
I rolled it, but I did not. The perception 17.
Okay.
And with advantage, a 22.
Okay. All right. Almost at the same time, as you look over, you kind of do a scan of the horizon, and as you look back over the quarterdeck, an unsettling aura settles over you. Plunk first, and then Cyra when you hear Plunk in your mind. As you peer out over the aft railing into the pitch of night, you see a silhouette of a large sailing ship trailing behind the Wavechaser.
Do you see that, Cyra?
We're being followed.
And it's about 300 feet currently from where you are.
It's close. We've got to wake everyone.
Yes, I'll start. Let's go. Let's go now.
I'll wake everyone up.
Okay. So
I
you
was
start
gonna say
to
ring a bell, but I don't know that there's a bell here.
you come down. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're at about that point, Plunk.
Can't see, but I'll believe you. There.
So here's what I'm going to do, because I have Toll the Dead as a cantrip.
Yep.
I'm just going to point it to nothing in particular, just so the sound goes.
Oh, smart. You know what?
Can you do that? Isn't it targeting? If it says target a creature, you won't be able to do that.
Can I don't know, can I see a fish? What can I see that's like...
Yeah, but nobody else, does anybody else hear the bells, or is it just I think it's just in their head.
Really? It's
Yeah.
not like a loud...
No.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Okay.
Because
It's a wisdom saving throw. It's a wisdom saving throw, so I think it's just in their head.
Yeah.
Dang, I thought it was just like
No.
about... Okay, cool. All right.
I intuit that she's trying to make some noises, and she reminds me, right, thunderclap, and I'll cast thunderclap.
Okay.
That's what I meant to do the entire time.
So you're gonna cast thunderclap in what direction?
In the direction
Thunderclap or thunderwave?
thunderclap.
Okay, can you read the spell real quick?
Yeah, you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away. Each creature within range, other than you, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Okay. How close do they have to be to you to take that damage?
100 feet?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm trying to wake them up, though, Jay, not hurt them. Is there any way I can do that?
Nope.
I don't know.
The spell does what it does.
I was gonna take credit for your shenanigans, and no, I take that back.
I will.
You, buddy.
But I'm going to target it to the ship behind us.
Okay, so the ship behind you is 300 feet.
Yep. Knowing that I'll probably miss.
And what's the range? Where can you place this?
100 feet.
The range is 100 feet, or the
The range, sorry, the area, the area is 5 feet.
Oh, okay. That's different. So you can place it 5 feet in front of you. It'll still make the noise. It won't hurt anybody, but it can be heard for 100 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I take credit again.
Okay.
It's my
All right.
idea.
Okay, so you smash your hands together, and the peal of thunder is heard and reverberates the ship deck. As Kajori, you look back, and his eyes go wide, and he yells, "What was that for?"
And I'll point to the back of the ship, and I'll go, "Rah!"
And he looks back over the side and obviously sees what you see. One sec here. At this point, I would like to introduce and welcome the crew of the Deadman's Plank to the stream.
We're all gonna die.
For those of you watching at home that don't know what's happening right now, for the last number of episodes since the Revelry called the players an enemy of the Revelry, they have been hunting the party, successfully going on quests to try and locate them, and they have located them. Welcome Captain Jolzos, played by Jazzfall, or John, one of our Smith Guardians, and he will be speaking with 5 members of our Tier 3 subscriber base who are on the Deadman's Plank currently.
I refuse.
As you yell, "Ah!" and that thunderclap is heard, you look in the distance, and the ship has closed in much closer than it was at the 300-foot mark, and it has been bearing down on the Wavechaser. You swear you see a ghostly figure protrude from where a figurehead would normally be. But when you glance back, there is nothing there. As it closes the distance, you see a massive center sail made up of large red and blue scales, emblazoned with a ghostly visage. The ship's hull seems to be stitched together with a mismatch of planks. No two boards appear to be the same. They vary in age, in species of wood, even in shape. Scored into the prow of the ship reads Deadman's Plank.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I would like you guys to roll initiative, please.
That's
My armor. Can I put my armor on?
Can who put their armor on? You put your armor on already, Cyra.
Me, Tina.
Did-
and
Oh.
Gaziel.
So
Gaziel.
you all hear this
That rolled a
thunderclap.
nat 20.
And that 20?
Yeah.
Is that for, okay, initiative? Okay.
For initiative, which I never get. which
All
I
right, so we're going to go in
21
initiative
something.
order. Just give me your initiatives, and then we'll deal with when you wake up when that happens, okay?
14 for me, Jay.
Okay, give me one
21
sec.
for me with the nat 20.
We were just
17.
having a fun time telling a story.
No, we were getting to know each other.
Okay. It's great. It's really good. All right. Also, during this time, throughout the course of this battle, and we have a battle for about 40 minutes, it's probably going to continue until next session now at this point, because of all the awesome roleplay that happened earlier. The folks at home can use bits to affect what happens in this battle. One of two ways. One, you can help the crew of the Deadman's Plank, which are made up of NPCs, fire cannons, a mangonel, a ballista, move extra to get there faster, or do ship repairs. The people at home can also spend bits to help the Wavechaser, to control the Wavechaser crew to either fire the ballista, move a little extra, or do some ship repairs. Now, before you start spending those bits, listen very carefully. What's gonna happen is Captain Jolzos is going to give the order in whatever way in order to make that happen. So he will request what should happen when you spend your bits, and then we will calculate them, and we'll do the same for the Wavechaser as well. Okay?
May I persuade you towards option B? Help us.
We will soon find out. I have no idea how this is gonna go, folks. This is a social experiment at its best.
Jason, this is between me and chat.
Did we get a short rest?
Those of you who rested up to this point, yes, all of you have had at least an hour of a short rest, so you can take the benefit of a short rest.
What about Bacalhau, who went to bed early?
He still has not had 8 hours of sleep, so he has a short rest as well. Okay.
Such a bummer.
All right. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's gonna be fun.
buddy.
I swear. It's gonna be great. Okay. All right. So Snow,
17.
Plunk,
14.
Bolt,
Dirty 20.
Bacalhau,
17.
Gaziel,
3.
3. Sorry. Cyra,
21 with the nat 20.
21. Okay.
The chat is literally laughing at us.
And can I get a can I get initiative for the Deadman's Plank crew?
At 24.
Oh dear.
Oh my gosh. Not good news.
Okay. All right. All right. At this time, you know where you have your forward team, John. What do you want them to do at this time in order to disable what you had talked about?
They've taken tools to disable the rudder chain
Okay.
and to force the rudder to one side
Yeah.
so that the ship will sail in a circle.
Okay. All right. And they're they're using tools in order to do that?
Yeah, correct. They're breaking the anchor chain and forcing the rudder to one side.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to have them give me a strength athletics check for the person that's doing it, and then one person can assist and give them the plus for their strength bonus.
Copy that.
Okay. At the same time, you also want the dead man's plank to do something. What is that?
Yeah, they initiated a fire against the sails with mangonel and ballista.
Okay.
And the initial, do you want those, or do you want to do the bit spend for that?
We'll do the bit spend. So for those of you at home that want to help the dead man's plank take out the sails on the Wavechaser, spend your bits now to either fire a mangonel or a ballista, and then just write down in your comment besides your bits expenditure which weapon it applies to, please, at this time. Do you have that strength check yet, John, or do you want me to come back to you?
No, it's 29.
Okay.
Where's my credit card? Where's my credit card?
Use the corporate card.
We just all sat right up.
I know, it's great. All right. Okay. Sorry, that was a 24?
29.
29. Can you give...
Actually, check that. There's a +1 on that, so it'd be a 30 total.
Okay, so that absolutely goes through. And...
You guys should see the chat. They're like, the ship's going down as they like...
Can you please roll for me damage on that? And if you can roll me 2d6 on that, please.
Just gonna point out. Crap! I can't buy bits in my own channel!
It's 2d6?
Yeah.
Points.
Okay, 10 points of damage as a couple of the links begin to break on that chain on the rudder. Okay?
Oh, gosh.
I'll come right back to you on the mangonel stuff. I don't know if we have a bits total on that yet.
Yeah, I think Shad's helping me get that collected.
Okay. Immediately, the crew of the Wavechaser, or at least those of you who are on deck right now, hear the release of a mangonel and the of ballistas as they fly towards the Wavechaser. I'm going to allow Cyra to act at the same time that this is happening with the weapons being fired. You're at the front of the ship right now. What do you do?
How far away is it from me?
The ship. So the length of this ship is about 100 feet. So the other ship is about 100 feet behind the Wavechaser.
Perfect.
At this point.
From where I am?
About 200 feet from where you are.
I am going to get... Let's see. If I need to get within 50 feet of this thing. All right, I'm going to bolt towards it as close as I can get to it.
You're gonna get as close as you can. Are you dashing or are you walking?
I'm dashing.
Okay.
I'm dashing.
Okay, so you're about center ship right now. And Plunk, she kind of runs right past you towards the quarterdeck.
Okay, so I'll follow her if I'm able to take action while she's action.
Okay. Do we have a total on that, John?
How do you want to do the damage, Jake? That's the question. We've got about what do we got here? 17,900 bits spent. So how do you want to roll the damage?
So what we have to do is figure out for the mangonel. We have to break it up between ballista and mangonel. So whatever people said it was, or did people just spend bits? I
think some identified, but I'm just seeing a total here. You may want to come back to Shad and I'll figure it out.
I think it's safe to say that the sail in the back gets completely destroyed. In fact, how much? Yeah. 179 damage to the sails absolutely destroys the sails.
Oh my
I'm going to roll a 1d8 to see what direction the sail falls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Falls this way. Into the water, just in front of you, Cyra. Another 10 feet, you would have been under that sail.
Didn't need that sail anyway.
No.
Oh, it was just in my way.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Bolt, you're up. Bacalhau, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna jump out of my hammock and exit the room and show up on deck, and I'll say, "What's going on? What was that noise?"
Yeah, and at this point, as you come up out of the room, you don't have to come up, but you basically burst through the door from your cabin. You see the sail go over in a shard, in a splash of water and timber as it kind of explodes in front of you.
How did that happen?
That's 20 feet of movement to where you are. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna go as far as I can to get up to the top of the back of the boat.
Okay. That's another 10 feet, so you're there. Do you want to dash?
Yeah.
Okay, that puts you right there. Bacalhau, you're up. Snow, you're on deck. Bacalhau, you come again awake with this massive crash up above deck and the sound of thunder.
Yeah. Is there anybody still in the room sleeping?
Yes. Everyone but Bolt, Plunk, and Cyra.
Right. So they're all.
And as you wake up,
imminently anyways.
Bolt's chasing is running out the doorway.
Yeah, I will run around the room and just like shake everybody. Get up! Get up! Get up!
Okay.
And then I'll run out to survey the situation. I'll take my, just to be clear, I'll take my component pouch.
Yeah.
And my staff with me.
Okay. All right. Bolt, is your armor immediately on?
Yep.
Okay. Where do you want to go, Bacalhau?
How far away is the other ship right now?
I'm going to say your action was to wake everyone. And then you have movement now. From where you are, the ship is about 180 feet from where you are.
Yeah. Okay. To the what direction? I'll run towards the direction that ship is in.
Okay.
As far as I can.
So you've moved like 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say another 20. Okay. So you're about there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snow, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
All right. I know I don't have enough time to be able to don any armor, so I'm going to use an echo shield, which will walk in front of me.
Okay.
Is Boerth anywhere on the way between where I am and the deck?
You don't see Borth.
Okay.
As you come out of the room, you're woken by Bacalhau. As you come out of the room, that is a 10-foot movement with your echo in front. You don't see. You see what you see here. There is no sign of Borth yet.
Okay, so I can sense the party on the deck. The door to the captain's quarters is between those two stairs
here
at the north.
The aft.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm going.
You have another 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, that's not enough to get me to Cyra, right?
Nope. Unless you want to dash.
No, I'm gonna hang out with Beck, and I'm going to. Sorry, which side of is the enemy ship on?
It's off the aft of the ship, so towards the quarterdeck this way.
So behind us?
Yeah. It's following you behind you. In the direction everybody's running.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go as far as I can without dashing. I'm using my bonus action to call my echo. It's going to be like a shield in front of me. And I'm going to essentially just, I guess, hold an action to attack if any enemy comes within range before my next turn.
Okay.
That's kind of the best I can do.
Plunk, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
Yeah, Jay, can I tell how quickly they're gaining on us?
Well, as of right now, as the sail goes down, you know that is going to greatly affect your speed. And you can feel the Wavechaser kind of rock and immediately start to slow down as it's lost half of its speed.
Okay. I'm going to do everything I can to try to flip over that skiff in the middle of the ship so that we can get off of it.
What do you mean, get off of what? The main ship?
Get off the main ship.
Okay.
I want to flip that boat over in the middle.
Okay, can you give me a strength athletics check, please?
Yep. This is not going to work well, but here we go. That's a 9.
Okay. With a 9, it barely budges. You literally budge it like 2 inches this way, and it kind of shifts a little bit as you push on it. But you know that typically it takes, 5 to 10 people to like turn it over and move it over, then hook it up and then drop it in the water.
Okay, if anyone's listening into my brain, and they probably aren't, inside I'm yelling, I will not be caught! I will not!
Okay, and you can move now as well. You have movement.
Okay, I'm going to go to the other side of that ship and try to slide it over if I can.
Okay. So, yeah, that was your action. So 5, 10, 15, 20. You're now on the same side as everyone else at this point. Gaziel, you're up.
Okay, so how far is that ship from us?
Right now, it's still about 100 or just over 100 feet from you off the back of the ship.
Okay, how long does it take me to put my armor on?
What kind of armor is it again?
It's like chainmail.
It's heavy?
I've got an arm. I've got chainmail. I've got
10 minutes.
Javelin.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? I'm going to put it on.
Okay,
I'm just going to put it on.
Everything moves at 6 seconds at this point.
Oh, true.
Each round is 6 seconds.
Oh, Fridger. Okay, I honestly am just going to go to the same side of the ship that everybody else is on because I don't know what to do.
Okay. You can still grab your weapons and everything.
I'll grab my weapons.
Okay.
Okay, great.
And you are going to...
I don't even have a long rest, so I have no spell slots left.
Where is Gaziel? I had you.
Same boat.
I don't even know where Gaziel went.
Same boat.
Same boat.
A different boat, to be honest.
I can't find my Gaziel. Is she still sleeping in the in the forecastle? I think she's still sleeping in the forecastle.
Oh man.
Okay, so
Got us with our pants down.
with your armor down, yeah.
This is crazy.
Is she in here?
She might be
Where
in
Gaziel gone? She died already?
Gaziel, where are you?
Like,
hang on, I just gotta find Gaziel. It's really weird.
She's stealing stuff from 3 earrings.
Yeah.
While you're there, can you keep her safe?
Yeah. I honestly can't find her. I have no idea where I put the Gaziel mini. And we're back. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. We put more people on the stream and it crashes. Blame Joseph. Just kidding. All right. Where did we leave off? It was Gaziel's turn. Gaziel, you came out and then you ran in the direction of everyone else. You are now sitting in between Plunk and Snow's Echo.
Okay, I'm just gonna get my big armor. Sorry, not my armor. That warhammer out. I'm gonna have it in my hand.
Yeah.
Ready to attack.
Okay. All right. Okay. At this point, you guys can hear the crew under the Wavechaser obviously starting to stir. They're starting to come up aboard, and they're starting to do repairs and such to try and repair the sail. But that's going to be difficult because it was completely decimated. But at this point, I would like the people at home that would like to help the Wavechaser to either fire their ballistas or fix the hull. To please spend bits, make sure that you tell me what that is. So by the time we come back around, we can say how much damage was done and how much was fixed. So we are going to put 2 crew members onto the ballistas in the back. Manning the ballistas, and the rest are kind of running around fixing stuff. Okay. All right. Back up to the top of the order. That is you, Captain Jolzos. And I would like your crew who are at the rudder to make another strength athletics check, please, and then roll that damage again, if it hits.
Will do.
I'd also like to just note to the chat, he's wearing a Gaziel t-shirt. He is a traitor.
That's why he's wearing a Gaziel shirt.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Bacalhau is just upset because he doesn't have a shirt. And Cyra, you are up after this.
Okay.
So strength athletics was a 30 again, and it was 2d6.
Yeah.
Uh, 2 points of damage this time.
Okay. Still not enough. It is starting to go, and the link is starting to open up more, but it hasn't given yet. Do you still want... how many are there, Jolzos?
There are 2 on the rudder. The others that I had told you about are in position already.
Yep. And what would you like them to do?
We'll initiate.
Sorry, are you finding out what they're going to do?
Jay, are we aware that there's anything happening to our ship? Is there any way for us to know that?
No.
The whole thing fell.
Jay?
Yeah.
They corrected me. That was 6 points of damage on the chain.
6 points? Okay.
Yes.
It's almost there.
Okay. And then the assault team that I had mentioned to you.
Yeah.
They're good to go. So I don't know how you want to handle that aspect of it.
Well, explain it. Describe what they're doing.
Okay. So there is a warlock on a broom of flying invisibly that is going to drop a dragonborn to the deck.
Okay.
And then go to height.
Okay.
And then there is a team of sea elves that will be boarding from the sides.
Okay.
What?
All right. So, where are you dropping the dragonborn?
At the entry point for the sea elves, they're going to attack as a group.
And sorry, which are these sea elves?
It's Jolzos and Rhynak that are the sea elves.
Yeah.
And then the dragonborn is Thrakis.
Yeah, got it.
And then Alesid is the warlock.
Yeah.
That will be using the broom of flying to go to height.
Okay, what is height?
Let me double check. I think
I can't believe this.
it's still going to be within range, is what she wanted to do, or he wanted to do. Correction. So about 60 feet above the deck.
60 feet?
Yep.
I'm going to say that's about 60. Okay. And they're coming in from the aft or the forecastle?
It'll probably be from either the port or starboard side, whichever they had seen the group move to.
So I'm talking about the broom. I'm assuming is coming from the aft, right? From behind?
Oh, it would have been coming in from, I believe, the port side.
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Because Dave brought this up. Is the dragonborn also invisible? Or do we just see a flying dragonborn just floating over?
Invisible as long as it's on the broom, and then when it releases off and hits the deck, it will become visible.
Okay, so...
Tricky.
And how far would it have fallen from, the dragonborn?
1,000 feet.
No. The idea was to get within about 5 feet of the deck, drop off the dragonborn, and then
take off?
Height.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, at
Exactly.
5 feet. Okay, so you guys see basically a Dragonborn drop behind you. How close to Cyra do you want this Dragonborn to drop?
The Dragonborn actually is going to be targeting. Let me see who's taking that one. Plunk.
Okay.
Okay. Whoa. Wait. Did the Dragonborn not have to do any athletics check to land that off of a broom in the sky?
Right? That is a
I'm
hard
getting there.
surface.
I'm trying to figure out placement first. Give me a
Basically
second.
just stepped off the broom.
Okay, so we're
Because
He's not landing on a gymnastics mat.
so we're
He's not doing a triple onto a floor routine. This is a hard ass floor.
from 5 feet in the air. So at 5 feet in the air, we're dropping him right here between Bolt and Plunk. Okay. Give me an acrobatics check, please, for him.
All right.
And give me an acrobatics check for that. And then, is there another order you want to give the plank?
Yeah, they're gonna fire again for the first sail.
Okay. All right, Siri. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna let you know once they've taken down the sails, they'll cease fire.
Okay. Acrobatics check on that. Sorry, on that Dragonborn. And then, is there an action? I'm gonna call that movement.
So the Dragonborn rolled a 3 on the athletics check. So
Acrobatics.
I'm guessing. I'm sorry, acrobatics.
Okay.
And so I'm guessing that the action will be to try to get up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the Dragonborn falls prone.
Yeah.
Oh.
In front of Plunk and behind Bolt.
Which we now know from my tweets is that's belly down.
And you see this Dragonborn with like a large 2-bladed axe. And what color Dragonborn is it? Is it gold?
Believe.
It's okay. You can let me know. There it is, right there.
Does he fall within 5 feet of us, Jay?
What's that?
Does he fall within 5 feet
Yes.
from us? Can we take an opportunity attack?
No, only when they move out of your space. So they've entered your space.
Right.
Only when they're trying to move out. Cyra, you're up. Bolt, you're on deck.
How far away is this ship from me, Jason?
The ship has now closed another 60 feet. So it is about 60 feet from the back of the ship, and you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 55 feet from it.
I am going to hurl a...
Do you want to move?
A massive, vengeful fireball of fury at it, at the ballistas and whatever mechanical things they have that are launching at us. I am going to hurl a fireball at it.
Fireball at the ballista.
Yes.
At the
Which
mangonel.
the ballistas have to make a dex check?
No, the mangonel just has an AC. But it's at
Okay.
but do you have to roll to hit with the fireball?
Oh no, it's a dex check, so I don't know what the ballistas have to roll for that. Can they move?
It
They
just takes the
can't.
damage. It just takes the damage.
It just does.
Yeah.
It just does. Let's see how much damage it takes.
As Cyra begins to rotate that, her hands around a small orb of fire begins to ignite, and as she pushes it, it begins to grow and grow and grow until it impacts the deck.
My eyes are red. I am flaming with anger, and it takes 33 points of fire damage.
Okay. Captain Josel, so you can apply that. Bolt, you're up. Bacalhau, you're on deck.
I will use my last. I'll just say, enemy fire! All hands on deck! In case anybody else wasn't.
Wasn't aware.
What was the total damage, and you were firing at the mangonels?
Yeah.
33.
33 points. Got it.
Okay, Bolt, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna say, flying dragons, just like my vision, and I'm gonna cast create bonfire on our new friend between me and Plunk.
Nice.
Oh my.
All right, you create bonfire on top of the Dragonborn.
Yes.
At your feet.
Go. Go bonfire spell.
And Also, I'm going to cast as a bonus action Expeditious Retreat.
Okay.
And I'm not going to move, but it's just going to be active.
Okay.
And it's the little booster rockets on the side of my ankles.
Okay, and how much
Fire
damage
up.
does the character do if it starts its turn in that bonfire?
It has to make a dex save.
Okay.
Dex 16.
Okay, get that dex
Otherwise it
save
takes-
ready, John, for when it comes around to your turn.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bacalhau, you're up. Snow, you're on deck.
How fast are the ships moving at this point?
It's within 60 feet, so you imagine it's moving about 60 feet a turn.
Okay. And what do we see? Do we see the magic elves climb up the side yet? Or we don't. know
Oh,
about that
sorry,
yet?
there was a boarding party. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Where do you want to place them?
So, Jolzos is going to attempt to capture Gaziel.
Okay.
Whoa.
Rhynak will attempt to capture Snow.
Okay.
Alesid is going to attempt to capture Cyra.
Sorry, Alesid.
Or Cyra, rather.
Alesid. Alesid swam over?
Alesid is on the broom.
Okay, so she's up top still. She went up to distance.
Correct.
So she's not there.
Right.
And then who's left?
Let's see. Eleni. Eleni is going to try to capture Bacalhau.
Okay.
I still have a held attack as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to that. Okay, so you're after Gaziel.
So Captain Caitlin is still attempting to disable the rudder,
Yep.
but the rest of the assault team's on board.
Okay. All right. Are we all good to go till 10:30, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of
Oh,
the
we're
downtime.
not stopping.
Okay. Also, whoever was operating the ballista, John, if you can have them make dex saves. I'm assuming that's just your crew.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let's do a bit of zoom in action here for this craziness.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. Oh no!
No.
Oh, nice.
No! You just saw behind the
that's
curtain.
lighting rig.
No! Julian's gonna go. This is why I should
Attention to the
control
man
these
behind the
things.
curtain.
That's great. That's great. Oh no! Okay, it's getting there. I swear. Okay. Anyway.
There we go.
All right, we're there.
The ship's moving in the water.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
also held an action as well.
yes, you did. So you held an action. You ready an action to attack anything that comes within, right, Gaziel? Okay. So here, let's go from the beginning and go from there. All right. So I'm gonna say Jolzos, you go first. You're going after Gaziel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gaziel's right beside you here. As soon as you come up over the side, Gaziel has her warhammer out and she attacks. Give me an attack, Gaziel.
Can I attack with a spell?
No, because you said you were gonna hit something with your hammer. So you have
I
to.
was gonna hit with a melee weapon with my spell.
What's a spell?
The Thunderous Smite spell.
Is that actually a spell? It's a spell, right?
Yeah, it is.
Can you read it out?
It says the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration, your weapon rings with a thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you.
Yeah.
The attack deals an extra 2d6.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna allow it. Especially because John's such a fan and he has a Gaziel shirt
I know.
on right now.
That's what I thought. Perfect opportunity.
He actually has a Thunder Smite shirt.
Yeah, you have to use the Thunder Smite.
All right.
Here's the thing, though. The Thunder Smite, you have to hit on your melee attack before the Thunder Smite will work.
Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta hit you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All right.
go for it.
I roll my dice, and the number is 20. No, I'm kidding. That's a lie. It's 5.
Oh no! She swings wide as she didn't expect you to come over the side of the ship like that. Snow, there is a sea elf who comes up over and around behind you and is going to attack. You have an opportunity, and you can sense it. You have an opportunity to attack behind you. Go ahead.
Now, Gaziel just attacked the one in front of my echo?
Nope. Yes.
Yes.
No. The one on the other side. This one.
I see.
By Plunk.
All right. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna attack the one that came up behind me.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna use my Citiphar glaive.
Okay.
Which I named after the dude that gave it to me. The first attack is a 22. The damage is 10.
Okay. Can you get that, Jolzos? Or well, the people who are playing are hearing from home. So Ryanak, if you can take that 10 points of damage.
And the second attack is also 22 with 7 points of damage. 17 points.
17
total.
points of damage.
17 points to Ryanak.
Okay, Jolzos, if you can have all of the people who said they're capturing people to roll those attacks, and if we can be proactive with that, that'd be great. And then you go ahead with yours.
So we actually had some already rolled.
Okay.
So the save, the 18 dex save for Thrakus.
Yeah.
Is going to be the one. And then
well, you can give that.
Seed.
Yeah, you can give that to me now. 18.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So passes, I guess, on that dex save for the bonfire.
Bonfire.
I'm assuming that passes, right, Bolt? Adam.
Okay. Did the guy?
He rolled 18.
He rolled an 18.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That
Okay.
passes.
Okay.
So he will not take damage.
Okay.
Okay. So Eleni on Bacalhau is going to use Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
27 to hit, 17 points damage.
Okay. What kind of damage is that?
It is piercing.
With a trident?
Trident.
Okay.
Yep.
Take that, Bacalhau.
The second attack on Bacalhau will miss.
Okay.
And then Ryanak is going to be attacking, and that is going to be against Snow. The first attack is going to be 19.
I'm assuming that hits Snow?
12
Especially
damage.
without my armor on, yeah.
19 and to hit 12 damage. The second will be 17 with 8 damage.
Ouch. How you doing?
Jolzos against Gaziel will hit with a nat 20.
Oh!
For a total of 29.
Dude, I would die.
Don't roll that! Don't roll that! No stone heart for that!
The second attack is going to be a 19.
Okay. 19's a hit as well.
Now, as a rune knight, Jolzos is also going to use his fire rune to get shackles. Fire shackles are going to also hit Gaziel.
Okay.
Oh my Lanta, I'm gonna die.
So you need to make a DC 16th strength saving throw, please.
So do a strength saving throw.
Okay, well,
And
I'm gonna.
Jason, as we discussed, all of these damages are non-lethal.
Okay.
Oh, they're non-lethal.
Well, yeah, when you get to the point of taking them out, you can say that you knock them unconscious instead.
Correct.
I rolled a 21.
And you would not be restrained by the shackles. You will, however, take 5.
This is ridiculous.
27 points of piercing damage.
Great. Well,
and 6 points of fire.
Okay. Well, I'm knocked prone. I'm gone. I'm useless now.
Gaziel goes unconscious.
Level 5.
So, when Gaziel drops unconscious, Jolzos will take his manacles and manacle her.
Okay.
Manacled.
Not yet. That'll be an action. You'll have to do that next turn.
Got it. And Eliside has used her Hex and Tentacle and Dirty 20 to hit Cyra.
Hellish Rebuke! Nobody tentacles me!
10 points of necrotic damage.
And sorry, Eliside is on the broom still in the air, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
I'm hellish rebuking that.
Okay, how does that work again?
That is a reaction.
Yep.
Which you take in response to being damaged by a creature within 60 feet of you can see. You point your finger at the creature that damages you momentarily surrounded by hellish flames, which they deserve. The creature must make a dex saving throw. It has to beat 14. It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So let's see what you got.
Elicete is rolling the save.
And actually, it takes 4d10 because I'm doing this at level 3.
4d10.
You still have level 3 left.
What was the...
We're waiting for the D&D Beyond roll. Sorry, guys.
Okay, it's okay. Is that the last attack from your group?
No, actually, Rhynak just reminded me he has Dread Ambusher.
Okay.
And so he gets one more attack. DC8, or what was the saving throw for Cyra on the Hellish
14.
Rebuke? 14. She rolled an 18. So half damage.
Okay, so still roll that. 40-10.
Yeah.
Ah. $32 halved is
16.
16.
no,
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
16.
Elicete takes 16 points.
Yeah, 16 points of damage.
Copy that.
Okay.
The third attack is going to be a 21 against Snow.
Okay.
For another 17 points of damage.
Yeesh.
How much damage was that first hit?
First hit, Rhynak. 12 and 8, so 20.
Cool. This is fun. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Okay. That's all your stuff?
That is the current assault team, yes.
Okay.
Wait, current assault team? There's another assault team?
Cyra, you're up. Bolt, you're on deck.
It's the FU assault team.
Who had the audacity to attack me?
I agree with that question.
Well, yeah, Cyra, you're over here. So it was the one up on the broom. Who is not invisible anymore because they attacked.
They attacked.
That wench on that broom is going to get 2 Eldritch Blasts right in the face.
Okay.
Okay, is Bacalhau not next after Cyra?
No, you're after Bolt.
Okay.
It's Cyra, Bolt, and then you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
That first one is a 22 to hit.
That's a hit. I can tell you.
Yeah.
And that is... Sorry. 11 points for the first one.
Yeah.
That second one is 16 to hit.
Yep. Is that a hit?
Is that a hit?
Hang on, checking. 17?
Yeah.
Just.
Okay. How many points on that one? Cyra?
9 points.
And is there any sort of dexterity saving throw that this person has to do, John, because they're on a broom? No, I'm going to say, can she give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to do that.
She's rolling.
No problem. A Bolt, you're up.
And actually, the character is a he. The player is a she.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna look at that elf that just hopped over.
Yeah.
And Gaziel missed with her swing, but I'm going to point my ring right at it, and I'm gonna say, "Oh, I hope this works." And I'm gonna cast my only use of Chromatic Orb, which is a spell attack. 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Yay.
Do we have that saving throw yet, John?
She's still rolling it. I haven't gotten an answer on that yet. She's working on it.
Go ahead, Bolt.
Okay. And seeing that Gaziel had missed with thunder damage, I'm going to choose to make it thunder damage, and it'll be 14 thunder damage to that elf.
I like it. 14 thunder damage. Got that?
That deck.
Bacalhau, you're up.
To hit Adam.
Sorry?
Okay.
What was that, John?
I was asking, is there a to hit or just auto
20,
hits?
25 you said, right, Bolt? What'd you roll to hit?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 25 to hit.
Yeah.
And what's the DC save? I didn't catch that, sorry.
There's no save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's no save. It just hits you.
For how much?
14 points.
14
Okay,
points.
got it.
Okay. Bacalhau, you're up.
And
So you're on deck.
The deck save for Eliseed was a nat 20.
Okay.
Who was it that attacked Bacalhau?
It was a sea elf.
Can I get their name and their real life address? No. I'm going to I want to run at them. I want to try to grapple them and pull them off the edge of the boat.
This again, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Like Donkey Kong on Smash Brothers.
All right. So give me a strength athletics check. And I need Eleni to make a strength athletics check, please.
Oh, never mind about her check.
What'd you roll, Dave?
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Okay, we'll just wait on hers.
17.
17.
Oh.
So you are not able to grapple her.
Okay. So I just kind of like bump in front.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
An aggressive hug.
I suppose that was my action then?
Yes.
Okay. Not being able to grapple her and failing so badly, I'm going to turn and take the attack of opportunity, and I'm going to try to run and jump off the other side of the boat.
Okay. So you turn and you go to run off the other side of the boat.
Yep.
At 20 feet, you're off and into the water.
You can always find a new mate.
Alina will get a attack of opportunity on that,
leave
John.
her forever.
Uh, 19 to hit, 13 damage.
Does that hit, Bacalhau?
Yes.
And you take the 13?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Snow, you're up. Plunk, you're on deck.
Okay, so remember the snowstorm that I did a few episodes ago?
Yeah.
Well, after that short rest, I can do that again.
Okay.
So first of all, bonus action, second wind, recovering 7 hit points. Like nothing, but still something. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks coming from myself and my echo, including an action surge. So first attack to the one that attacked from behind. That's an 11 to hit. I'm guessing that's not high enough.
No.
Close
No?
to, yeah.
Okay. 17 to hit to the same one behind me.
Which one was behind Jason?
Rhynak.
Rhynak, 17 will hit.
All right, that is 8 points of damage. Okay, from the... Sorry, another one to the one to Rhynak. That is a 25 to hit. 4 points of damage. Okay, and then the Echo's attacks will be a 13 to hit.
Will not hit.
Okay, this is also like using Unleash Incarnation, which happens on attacks. A 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, that's 4 points of damage. All right, and a 25 to hit.
That's
for
a hit.
an
Holy
additional
cow.
9 points of damage. Okay. So that's the snowstorm. It's getting blustery.
How many points of damage is that?
Altogether?
Yeah. John, did you
I wasn't counting.
count that?
So there was 9, 8, so it's 17, and then what was the last?
9.
Yeah, 9 plus 4, so that's 13.
So 26.
Okay.
Wow.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, but split between 2 different people. So that
I
was,
thought you were attacking Rhynak on all those.
no, because the
Your echo's in
echo
front.
wouldn't be able to reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the echo's attacking the other one that's in front of the echo. So that's 14 points of damage to the one in front of the echo, and the rest of the damage is to to Rhynak.
Okay.
Okay.
Rhynak
Perfect.
the Beautiful.
Plunk, you're up. Gaziel, you're on deck.
Okay. Gaziel is down. Am I correct?
I did. I prone.
She's prone.
You're only unconscious, not dead.
I unconscious.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on her.
Okay.
That is going to allow her to do 3. I'm going to do it at my 3rd level, so 3d8 plus 4. That will give her 18 points of health back.
Gaziel, you come back with 18 points. You are still prone. You wake up.
Nice.
Okay, and for my movement, Jay, I'm going to jump onto the boat.
Okay.
Jump onto the mast that is now hanging over the water.
Okay.
And climb out to the sheet and hang out there until I have to jump.
Whoa. Okay, so you're gonna. Okay, Jolzos, you get an attack of opportunity on Plunk.
All right.
What's your movement?
19 to hit.
30. Oh, that is definitely a hit. 30 feet, Jay.
Okay, so you're right there over the water. I don't know if you can see
13
that.
points.
13 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. Our awesomeness is too much for our system, apparently, but we are back, which is great. Okay, so Gaziel, you're up. Plunk, you are out on the mast of the ship, the broken mast. Gaziel, what do you do?
So I'm essentially, am I handcuffed? Am I like, is there people around
No,
me?
you're not cuffed. You are prone,
Okay.
but you are alive and you're fine. You can get up if you want.
Okay, I
And
stand up.
Jolzos and the other sea elf is standing over you, and you all recognize everyone here. You've seen them on Darktoe at some point or another. Mostly, you recognize faces. You know Jolzos for sure.
I'd like to actually pretend to be dead and stay on the floor.
Oh, okay.
gonna
Give me a performance check.
Okay. I got a 14.
Okay. That is your action, and you don't want to move. You want to stay there, right?
I'm gonna stay, like, pretend to look dead.
Okay. All right.
Or unconscious.
Okay. The Wavechaser returns with 132 damage onto the plank. Jolzos?
Yes.
And they're going to heal 77 points on the Wavechaser. So I'll apply that between sessions, and we can come back next session. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That is not a cliffhanger, but what a crazy end of an episode. How fun was that? Again, folks, join our Discord, and you too can have all this fun. It's just super groundbreaking, fun stuff, guys. Hope you had a wonderful time. We're going to do the draw right now for the winner of the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything for D&D Beyond. Grim. Gimgrin, you are the winner. Congratulations. You will get sent a link. You can share it if you already have Tasha's. If not, enjoy it. You folks have a wonderful week. We love you all. Tomorrow night behind the screen, we can talk about this craziness. And on Thursday, Players Table. And we'll see you guys next week. Love you guys. Bye.